Now let's get lively. Gather round, let's sort the buyers from the spies, the needy from the greedy, and those who trust me from those who don't. Eddie Murphy, fuck you!
Get the fuck out of here. Man, you fight with nobody.
Best of all time, and before time was even created.
Follow me, Hunt. I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. Oh, don't be scared, homie.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude.
Twist that dick.
Twist his dick.
Ladies and gentlewomen, it is indeed time for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching along at home. This is the Eggplant Tornado podcast, the fight podcast for the common man. We're coming at you live out of Garden Disaster Studios, and with me, as always, is the man, the myth, the legend, the Griff. How you doing this week, buddy?
Fucking good. About as good as it can be. I don't have much of a voice, so if it just goes, my bad.
Yeah, that's right. Your voice is sort of cutting in and out a bit yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did some yelling, some things. I'm grouser. How you boys doing?
That's good.
Not bad.
We're down the end of the table here. We've got a being made of pure logic, and the prediction wizard himself. We missed him yesterday, but he's here once again, rounding out the trio. Rumi, how you doing, buddy?
Not bad, boys. How are you?
Yeah, good man.
So
Fucking another week, another Eggplant Tornado podcast.
big one.
If you're looking around on any of the social platforms, you can find us Eggplant Tornado Podcast on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and search Eggplant Tornado Podcast anywhere you like to listen to audio.
Get amongst them.
What have we got in store for the people this week, Griff?
Oh, the staple. Everyone just waits for it. Believe it or not. Then we're gonna.
Just chomping at the bit for
They're
it.
just waiting.
Where else do you get your fight news?
Fucking God knows, Daddy. Then we're gonna go into UFC 281 breakdown. Exciting fucking fight yesterday.
It was,
Super
wasn't
exciting
it?
fight.
it was
Great
great card.
Then we'll roll from that into the Love vs Spark ending. I guess we're probably going to talk about. There's
Yeah,
not much of a fight
pretty
to
much.
talk about.
It was a very interesting ending to the fight.
And then we're going to roll into everybody's favorite segment. So a bit of a shorter episode today, but
We'll see how it pans out.
we'll see. We've said that before and proved ourselves wrong. So, I mean, see how we go.
See what happens.
See what happens. But yeah, we're going to get it started with a little, believe it or not, Ned.
Alrighty. Well, as I mentioned to your old man earlier, Froome, we fucking specifically tailored this first story, believe it or not, for him. Jeff Fennick awarded a fourth world title retroactively after 30 years of living with being robbed of it. What do you guys reckon about that? What do you reckon, Froome?
What title was he?
I believe it was a WBC title, the fight that he lost against Zuma Nelson. And I'm not sure what weight class it was for, but it was for a fourth weight class.
They went back over the footage. It was like 30 years ago.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
So it was like, yeah,
What,
rewatched it, rejudged it.
Yeah, didn't you see this?
No, I didn't see.
Yeah, they re-awarded Jeff Fennick a fourth world title that he should have won retroactively.
Yeah, right. I'm sure I would have seen it if I wasn't so fucking busy through the week last week. Last week was.
But your dad was fucking stoked about it.
Yeah.
that was his favourite fighter.
Yeah.
That's who he used to practice fighting in the mirror and shit when he was a kid.
Yeah, he was telling me about it. So he's like, you boys got to bring it up. Like, yeah.
Shout out to Dave.
We'll do it.
Fucking loves Jeff.
Yeah, that's fucking dope though.
It is. And
It sucks for him that it didn't happen when it should have happened.
no,
Imagine how big that would have been for Australian boxing 30 years ago.
dude, it would have been huge. It would have bred a whole different generation of boxers. It would have, Fennick says it himself in the article that I read. He said it completely ruined him as a fighter. He said he got over it and eventually learned to live with it kind of thing, but it sort of ruined that part of his career. And he reckons he probably could have gone further without that, staying on his record.
Well, I mean, now he's got Brock Jarvis face planting canvases around the world, so that's pretty dope as well. But yeah, dude, that would have fucking destroyed him. And then it'd be such a good feeling 30 years later, but also such a depressing feeling. Fuck,
Yeah,
where
it's
was
one of
this
those
30
things.
fucking
It's well
years ago?
past it's one of those things he said he's already learned to live with it.
Yeah.
So if you've already gotten past the heartbreak of it, as much of a fix as it is to what should have really happened. At the end of the day, it's just
Yeah, I agree.
And like,
really.
what have they got a belt made to look the same as one from 30 years ago?
I didn't actually look
like-
into it that hard.
Like, you know what I mean? But like, what they're going to hand him a brand new belt from like this era, just like still doesn't have the same meaning to him.
I
Because
didn't.
like that's not the belt he like. fought
Yeah,
for.
I didn't think about that, but like to think about it, the belt that I seen looked modern. Like it did look like a modern belt.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't actually looked into it, so we're gonna have to confirm that. But it
We've
brings
lost
me
looking it
to an interesting point of
Will they do that to Jeff Horn in 30 years? The Pacquiao fight.
will they exactly? I didn't even think about that. I was more thinking like Mayweather Castillo, but if like
I was more thinking of going back and like looking at the kids he's taught over the years and probably re-putting them through education.
Floyd,
A fucking Horn.
oh right,
Fuck that guy, bro.
yeah, definitely check those test scores. But like
Probably check Floyd's teachers.
it sets a very interesting precedent.
What do we go back to Gabe from a few weeks ago and rescore that fight?
That's the fucking first thing I fucking said for him. I was like, well, they're going to have to, because that was the biggest robbery I've ever seen.
So they'll have
Goes
to-
from 120, 109 to 119, 110. Gabe's like, yeah,
I won that
fucking,
round.
I knew I won the seventh.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh, fucking gay.
That's his hand raised. But like I said, it brings a really fucking interesting precedent. If they're gonna do that for one fight, they now have to do it for everything. You can't just do it for one that's deemed a robbery and then say that everything else was scored correctly. No,
Yeah, so does Fury win all three in that trilogy now? Like, do
that's
we
the
go
other
back-
thing I was
Do we
thinking.
go back and rescore that?
Exactly. Like
What did he?
it's widely
Did he win the
believed.
first one?
It's widely
I don't
believed
know,
that he
but-
should have edged out that first fight.
Yeah, it was a draw. Fury got knocked down twice.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Like, apart from them two knockdowns, I feel he won just about every round.
And
Okay,
more to
so
the
did
point,
that make it a 10
That makes it
10
10-8.
8 round?
10-8 round. But then, like,
more to the
when Fury got knocked down in the last round, like, technically, if you get knocked down and you get up and you can come back and win the rest of the round, it
Yeah.
technically should be scored like 9-9.
Okay.
Because, like, you lost the round, but you got the knockdown.
Yeah.
So, like, that knockdown is a point deduction.
Mm-hmm. It's exactly what I was going to bring up.
So, like,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems like a good fucking thing to have, really.
yeah, and then in the 12th, Fury was flat on his back, but got
Yeah.
up and just put it on Wilder and, like, won the rest of that round and was arguably winning that round up until the point where he got dropped.
Yeah.
Like, he should have won that fight, but, like, it being in America, in Deontay's, like, I think, was it, like, in the Barclays Center or something like that, where he fights a lot?
Yep.
Like,
in New York, yeah.
yeah, him being, like, in his environment, in his home country, they probably, you know, one or two of the rounds that were tight or whatever, you know, they could have just gave it to Wilder,
Yeah.
which is what's ended up evening it up
Yeah,
at
right.
the end of the fight.
That makes sense.
Alrighty.
I feel like it'd be pretty dope if they went back over older fights and just kept doing that shit.
Yeah, there's probably a few that need to be looked at, but we'll see how that pans out in the next couple of weeks. But at that same conference that happened at the WBC conference down in Mexico, I believe it was, we have now come out of it with Spence being ordered to fight Thurman, Benavidez being ordered to fight Plant for Canelo's 168 title, and Tony Harrison versus Sebastian Fundora for Charlo's 154 belt.
So, what was the first one again?
Spence versus Thurman.
Spence Thurman.
That's a murder.
It's
Waiting to
murder,
happen.
But I'm pretty sure if you look into this, every single one of them 6 fighters, they're all PBC.
A bit of a
You are
PBC
right.
fight.
They are all PBC.
You're fucking correct.
They are all PBC.
Every
fighters.
single one of those fighters is a PBC fighter.
from, from all different weight classes.
yeah,
Like,
right.
that doesn't show you that, like, there's something going on with, like, not only that, but, like, what, 2 weeks ago they ordered Wilder versus Ruiz,
Yeah.
another two PBC fighters for a WBC
Yeah.
belt.
Yeah, there
fucking-
is
some
some
fishy going on, eh?
serious nepotism happening there.
Yeah, like,
Something
mean,
fishy.
Fondora probably deserves it.
Yeah.
Like, he deserves to be in that spot.
Well, he holds one of the lower WBC belts or whatever it is. Like, he holds the belt that's under Charlo's.
Yeah, so he holds, like, the silver or
Yeah.
whatever it would be, yeah. And
So he's
then-
technically already like the number one contender.
Yeah, yeah. And you got Tony Harrison. He's fought Charlo in the past.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. Beat him the first time. controversially on the scorecards. I'm pretty sure. And
I think it went the other. I think that's.
and then they had the rematch, and Charlo got it back.
No, I think Harrison. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Harrison beat him
Yeah, the
controversially on the
first
scorecards. Yeah.
And then
Charlo
Charlo got it
knocked him
back.
out.
Yeah. So I don't know if like Harrison really deserves to be there, but like Fondora deserves it off the back of what I've seen.
Yeah, 100%.
Then you got like fucking Spence, Thurman. That's just Thurman.
It's just placeholder, but it fucking. I don't even know what. I don't even really want to fucking talk about that shit anymore. I'm so over it. Like
Thurman hasn't fought in 2 years,
yeah, exactly.
and it's gonna feed him to Spence. Like
Has
everyone's
it
gonna
been
go
2 years since Pacquiao?
about that, yeah, roughly.
It's been a fucking long ass time.
So like I just
really
see
fucking 2 years ago.
about that. I think I just see him getting starched by fucking Spence. That's just an easy way to retain his title. And then who else did we have?
We had in the middle there, Benavidez. Why can't I say that fucking
You're really
name?
struggling with that today.
Benavidez versus Plant for Canelo's WBC title. So that's actually been not only like
For the title?
confirmed,
Or like for a shot at the title.
it's for like a shot at the title.
Okay, I thought they were just like stripping Canelo because he was like, no, I'm not taking
No,
the
no.
title. Okay, that's exciting.
No,
But
the WBC won't do that. They're a Mexican organization. They won't do that to Canelo.
Yeah, no. I don't think like Plant deserves to be there on the back of Durrell. Like he just got beat by Canelo
Yeah,
and stops Durrell.
yeah, a 39-year-old Durrell. Like,
Yeah, and like I suppose the Benavidez fight with Canelo has been coming for a while, but Canelo said he didn't want it. So this is, I suppose, a way of the WBC and the PBC forcing Canelo's hand.
yeah,
Yeah, which is good because then we get to see fights that like wouldn't get fucking made because just someone's like nah,
Yeah,
just fucking
yeah.
gets
That's
made.
it. If it was just left up to them,
Mm.
like the fight probably wouldn't happen because of his apprehension towards fighting Mexicans.
Yeah, but now there's like a good chance we get to see it if he beats Plant, which is like pretty likely from what I understand.
Yeah.
And we get to see the fight.
Well, I'll tell you who we won't get to see in a WBC sanctioned fight. Jake Paul. WBC makes the
Fuck Jake
correct
Paul.
call and doesn't rank him in like the cruiserweight or the light heavyweight rankings.
Who has he fought that's ranked?
No,
You know what I mean?
no, exactly. So he has no right to be ranked.
I'm glad they haven't ranked him, but like also at the same time, like they should have gave him one to force his hand as well.
Yeah,
I'd
Like,
love
you
to see him
can't-
fight a proper boxer and just
Yeah.
get fucking stomped.
Because like who's he gonna go next? Possibly Tommy, which is like a step in the right direction.
Frankie
Yeah.
Edgar, for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking that he's 45. He's just been sparked out. He's probably ripe and ready for Jake.
If
Yeah.
not, I reckon it'd be Tommy Fury's dad. He's probably a good match for
he looked like he was
For
raring
Jake.
to go earlier, but we're going to discuss that in length later.
we are. That's something that's coming at you later in the episode. But fuck Jake Paul.
Yeah, fuck Jake Paul. And the last news to come out of that WBC convention is Conor Benn has had his rating rejected and suspensions have been leveled at him by the WBO. So it seems like now that these organizations are actually coming after him as well, which is going to be fucking tough to fight anywhere for anything.
Which I reckon's unfair. Like, just let the man fight. What do they do? Take a little bit of drugs. Who
Well,
hasn't?
it's still got to be confirmed, so I don't understand how they can
Yeah, they're coming after him without a B sample.
exactly.
Who,
Like,
has,
yeah, it
who
obviously
hasn't taken a
looks-
few drugs in their time and just had a little bit of a scrap?
Yeah,
Like,
who hasn't?
just calm down, let him fight.
Yeah, that's it. And,
Eubanks is a bitch for not letting that fight go ahead. I'm gonna stick to that. Piss week.
and 90% of the time, at least there's doctors around at fucking, boxing events. There's no doctors on the streets of the cross when 90% of people get their fucking heads caved in and slammed into concrete. Like,
Where's Eubanks from, bro? Probably some fucking posh fucking town.
yeah, who fucking knows? I can't remember. But it's
Yeah,
just,
Somewhere in England.
He don't want it.
I don't understand how they can start throwing these fucking bans in him and suspensions and stuff like that
Yeah,
when
there's
nothing's
no-
been proved. Yeah, it looks likely, but it still hasn't been proved. Nothing's in writing. Nothing's been fucking,
But wasn't there like
gavel hasn't come down yet.
isn't that like a thing of like innocent until proven guilty?
Yeah.
But is
Yeah.
it they just like taking the opposite approach with Ben? They're like,
I
no,
think-
fuck
I
that,
think
fuck.
what hasn't helped him is how he's come out and said that he's failed a test before that.
Yeah, gotcha.
So like everyone's like, well, you failed one, you failed two. Like
Yeah.
at the same time, he should have the chance to like show he's clean.
Yeah.
and like his B sample to come through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I reckon Eubanks should have just taken that fight.
And
my opinion.
then the problem is because he's like torn up his UCAD thing, they're not going to rush that B sample through.
No.
Yeah, no, fuck no.
I'll just fuck him.
He kind of
around.
fucked himself there a little bit again, hey?
Yeah, like it's not on their priority list. He's not one of their fighters anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So he could have to have a little bit of time off after this.
Yeah, well, if they fucking start all this shit now, his 2 years is just about starting with every fucking governing body by the look of it.
Pretty much.
Which sucks too, because he's like just getting into like his prime as well. You can like watch his like evolution. He's just getting into like his like man size. And,
Mm-hmm.
like he's just getting to a point where it's like going to be
Yeah.
dangerous kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it'll be
And it's just like, you know,
Trouble, and now he's fucking out.
losing. Well, like, what is it, 2 or 4 still?
It
wasn't
Not
it
even
4?
sure.
I think it would be 4. Like 4 is, I think that's like maybe like the maximum you can get for it.
That's like his prime gone. How old is he? 24, maybe 25.
Yeah, about that.
So
It's
somewhere
like he's
around
actually a little bit older. I think he's
So,
like
like-
26.
Oh, so he's like 30 by the time it's fucking done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out of his prime. He's fucked.
I'd expect him to serve probably like a 2-year ban if he had stayed and they
Yeah,
like, found him guilty. So
yeah. I feel like he
Hopefully-
might have fucked himself a little bit by like tearing up that shit, you know, and like, yeah, being a bit fucking strange. Like, oh, I've fucking failed him before, and
yeah, like
keep
don't
your mouth shut and come out and fucking after there's a B sample.
yeah,
Don't fucking start ripping up fucking contracts or whatever the fucking licenses, whatever he did.
yeah,
yeah.
instead of fucking just like letting it sort of play its course.
This is like, okay, here's more piss.
Yeah.
You've got my other fucking samples. Let's get this out of the way so we can get this fight happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like in 4 years. Eubank's not going to fight him in 4 years. And there
No,
goes
he'll
that
be-
whole fucking legacy fight.
Yeah, he'd been near hanging up the gloves in 4 years, Eubank.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah. So, like, yeah, there goes that whole, like, you know, trilogy. And I reckon just get the 2 dads in there again. Fuck.
Well,
That'd be sick. That'd still be sick.
Fuck yeah.
You tell me that wouldn't be fucking dope.
it would still be a good fight.
They
Give us
would
a fucking
fuck each other up.
let's give us a tag team match. Senior and junior versus fucking Nigel and Connor.
All
That'd
the
be
drugs.
Great.
All the fucking drugs. Fucking juice them up, all of them.
Lesnar versus Hunt style. Just no test. Fuck, get him in.
Fuck the test.
Complain about
No,
it
I meant a test just to be like, make sure they got shit in there.
Make sure they're on a nut.
Be like these Eubank motherfuckers, bro. Be like, you ain't got shit in your system. No, I'm gonna have to DQ you.
There's not enough testosterone here.
Nah,
Eat this
you gotta
horse meat.
You gotta jack it right up. You know what I mean? Fuck that. That's the fight. That's the fight. The tag team
Fuck it all.
father son match.
But speaking of fights that Eubank Jr. is actually going to take, Eubank Jr. versus Liam Smith is on for early 2023.
That's a fun fight.
Yeah.
Eubanks probably fucks him up from what I've seen.
Liam Smith's a decent boxer, but yeah,
I feel like Eubanks is too slick.
yeah,
Yeah, Smith's
I think he's got too much power.
Yeah, Smith's starting to get on too.
Yeah.
He's not exactly the youngest.
He's a taller one, right?
No, you're thinking of Callum.
So he's the little
Liam's
stocky
the
one.
younger one with the grey
Okay.
hair. Not the
Yeah.
younger one, the shorter one with the grey hair.
Yeah. So yeah, he's like, in my head, like the more like bite down on the mouthpiece brother of the two.
Yeah, he is,
Like,
definitely.
the taller one's like the slicker boxer. Yeah, that's a fun fight.
Yeah.
I'm down. I fucks with that.
It's all English scrap too. So
Yeah, that's it. It'll be
Mm.
decent, like
Good
decent PPV over there for him.
yeah, and I'll
Yeah.
put together a decent card on it too. I'd assume, depending on who it's promoted through.
Well, who's
Yeah, like-
who's Eubank through?
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
Not sure Eubank seems to just sort of fucking
Float around,
do what he wants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because like apparently they're pretty hard to work with the Eubank.
Yeah. And Smith top rank? Or is he with Eddie?
I think he's with Matchroom.
Yeah, I think he's
And that's Eddie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Matchroom
Yeah.
to zone. Okay. Yeah, either way, that's a fucking dope fight. And then hopefully fucking Connor sort his shit out by the time that fight's around, and then, you know, we can have this fucking family fucking trilogy.
yeah. I see Eubank stopping him
Yeah.
late
Yeah.
probably.
I think Eubanks would be like, that's why I asked if it was like the shorter one, because I feel like Liam is the taller one.
No,
Well,
Griff's so good with names.
No, I'm not the best. But Callum would do like better
What's
against
Griff?
Eubank for sure. Looks his Griff guy, bro. Sounds sus. Yeah, I'll watch that. That'd be dope.
Alrighty.
Dope,
Well,
dope I ever smoked.
speaking of fights that might also be alright, Virgil Ortiz Jr. will soon be Crawford's WBO mandatory.
Is this Crawford that was meant to fight that other dude?
Spence, yes.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that whole fucking shit. Fight each other. Bitches.
That's a good fight though. What do you reckon for him?
Fun fight, but I think Crawford's just too much.
Yeah.
And then where does Crawford go if him and Spence aren't going to fight each other? Like, where do they both go?
Well, Spence reckons he's going to go to 154 after he fights Thurman.
Which one's the old one?
Crawford.
Crawford. Okay. He should probably just retire soon.
He's only like
40, isn't he?
34.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck. I read something. He was like, he's older. Okay, yeah, well, fuck that. Scrap it out.
He's
Scrap it out,
old.
son.
Like, if Spence does do that and move up, Crawford's just going to dominate that division.
Exactly. Yeah, he's just going to follow him. He just wants that fight.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. But if Aller keeps getting in the way and stopping it, Crawford will just stay at fucking probably 147 and just
Dominate.
just keep fucking toweling everybody up there.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Yeah, fucking Spencer's just going to run away. There's none of it.
Like, they'll wait and try and make that fight happen in fucking 4 years and make Crawford move up.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, once he starts to slow down and shit, that's when Al will try and jump on that.
Try and do everything on their fucking terms, which is pretty much how PBC does everything.
Yep, and their fighters just roll with it too.
Man, you got to. Just going to fucking argue and not get paid.
Just do what fucking Floyd Mayweather did, bro. Buy yourself out of your contract and go
Yeah.
promote yourself.
That's it.
And then just go fight fucking YouTubers. That'd be dope.
I think that's what he done to Bob Arum before he become like money.
I don't
Bob-
like
Bob was
all these
promoting him.
motherfuckers, eh?
Bob-
They all sound sus as fuck. Bob Arum and fucking Paul Heyman's brother. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Bob
Who are
Arum
these
was
guys?
promoting him or something. I think Mayweather paid like $250K or something and got out of his contract with him.
They all give me like
And
mad
just fucking
Don
started
King
making
vibes, eh?
shitloads.
That cunt's still promoting too.
Don King.
Yeah.
He's alive.
Yeah.
Right on. Right on, homie.
Only in America, baby.
I mean, he's fucking doing pretty well to be alive still. After fucking Mike Tyson over. Probably
Yeah.
not the best move.
But Mike wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
That's it's the crazy thing about it. He's like back in the sport, like promoting again.
Yeah, that's the fact that people like trust him to fucking like manage their careers is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Well, it's been like proven that he's like dodgy ass.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy too.
Fuck that guy too.
Literally the fucking dodgiest.
The worst. But yeah, them guys give me like his vibes, bro. Like everyone just seems like corrupt.
That's pretty much boxing for you.
Yeah, right.
Whoever's got the deepest pockets wins.
That's it. At the end of the day.
Payday.
They all want payday.
Alrighty, moving into some results from the weekend here. We got Sonny Edwards outpoints Felix Alvarado, says he wants Jesse Rodriguez next.
Yeah, get him, bro. Fucking oath.
Interesting next fight.
Yeah.
Sonny's pretty good.
I've seen a little bit about the Sunny guy. I don't know who the other dude is, but fuck yeah. Get that shit, homie. Get that shit real good.
Rodriguez was on the Canelo card, the dude with the dick shots.
Throwing the dick shots?
No, the one catching him and then threw the like real bad ones and got called for it.
Don't take that fight, bro. That guy's dick is made of steel.
Iron Dick Rodriguez.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good fight to take, homie. Sonny, don't listen to your management, listen to the griff.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can throw that's going to hurt that man. I've seen him get punched in the dick 1,000 times and not even change his facial expression.
I was about to say, I
Yeah,
can
just go for his face, not his dick.
Yeah,
if his
yeah.
dick has that kind of resistance, what kind of resistance does his face have?
Yeah, that's my whole thought. Like, fucking heaps harder to hurt someone by punching him in the face than the dick. And this motherfucker just walked through about 1,000 dick shots.
Yeah, he's probably getting bashed in the dick by his dad when he was a kid.
Maybe maybe his uncle used his dick as a speedball or something. Just fucking made. He's good. Fucking get off me.
Holy fucking shit. Oh, it's warm in here.
That's heating up.
Jermaine Ortiz versus Dillian White. Winner could be front runner for AJ's return.
I think they will be.
Who?
AJ.
No, who's the other people?
Jermaine Ortiz versus Dillian White.
He's for White, hasn't he? I think we had this
AJ,
conversation.
yeah.
Me and you had it when Ned was
AJ,
off. He's the one with like the after the first round, it was like all crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dope. Yeah, let that fight out. I want to see them fuckers fight again. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
White and AJ. That's a fun
Yeah.
fight. Fuck the other guy. Don't even show up, bro. Fuck you.
Well, White should probably get the job done.
Want to?
He should. But anything can happen. We've seen Pivette can tag him. He's a little bit vulnerable.
Yeah, that's
If he
also
gets
true.
Tagged by a flush shot, but I suppose everyone is a heavyweight.
He's been
Yeah.
knocked out by his last couple of opponents, so
It'd be good to see. 'Cause
Yeah.
AJ's talking about taking a fight then and then going after Wilder Fury.
What, the both of them? Gonna fight both of them?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, fuck it.
Going to go after Wilder and go after Fury or something.
He said he
for the
wants to
belt.
knock them both out.
Couldn't even beat a blown up middleweight, and he's gonna go fight 2 heavyweights in one night.
The problem is you could probably spark both of them out.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, see, I
And then
also
Robin can box
seen
as well.
I also seen during the week that apparently the IBF are looking at stripping Usyk.
Why? Oh, because he's not.
Inactivity.
He just wants to. Not really inactivity. When did he fight AJ? Not that long ago.
It's just a period. Like if there's a certain period after the fight that
And you don't
shit has
agree
to be
to-
organised.
No.
Okay.
It's like 90 days.
So you just got to agree to something afterwards.
Yeah, well, it's normally like you have your fight or whatever, and then they'll give you like 90 days or something to sort out a contract with somebody. I
Yeah,
think
gotcha.
That's why they've fought. That's why they've said something about it was Hergovich or something.
Yeah, that's who I was going to bring up. He's the number one contender or the mandatory, but apparently
Yeah, because he beat that Chinese
they're looking
fella.
at an AJ fight.
He beat that Chinese fella
Mhm.
for the mandatory spot. I'm pretty sure. That
I was waiting.
who was it? That on
Zhang something.
yeah, I forget what card it was on.
I swear there was a Zhang fight in the UFC.
There was.
Maybe it was a brother.
He's
Uncle.
he's a giant compared to her.
Yeah.
Like,
She's
shit's
a
a
little
bit- he's fucking huge.
They do
Yeah,
look
maybe.
pretty similar though.
Maybe it's her uncle.
Yeah, that's probably why they've put that out to force
Mm.
him to have to take something. Otherwise, he's just going to sit around till midway through next year.
He just wants the Fury fight, really.
Yeah, but like that's the problem with having all them belts.
Yeah, that's all he's wanted.
But that was all AJ wanted to do for
Because
4 years while he had him.
Fury holds the belt to make it unified, right?
Yeah. Wilder held that belt
Yeah, gotcha.
like the whole time AJ was champion.
Yeah, yeah.
And then because you've got the three belts, you've got to like every 12 months, every belt must be defended like against a mandatory.
So say if you win the fight but you get injured, do you just get stripped?
They'll
If you got to have time off?
they'll do what they did with
Joe Cordina.
Joe Cordina. He broke his hand in the fight. Then after the fight, they told him he had like 90 days to agree.
Okay.
But he told them like he requested requested more time because of his broken hand.
Just requested like a payment extension or something.
Yeah, pretty much. And they gave it to him.
Okay.
And then he went into sparring and
Rebroke it or something.
yeah, first punch he threw, re-broke his hand.
Okay.
So they stripped him of it,
Yeah, yep.
and 2 other blokes are fighting for it. But once he recovers, he'll come back and fight for the belt.
Okay. So it's a weird system, but it's a decent system. Like it sucks if you win the fight but get hurt,
Yeah.
because then you just go back into the number one contender spot, essentially. Like if you're hurt enough where you're like, fuck, like I'm out for 12 months.
Yeah, so they'll just keep the division sort of moving, and then
Yeah.
Cordina will just jump back in and fight for his world title.
Yeah, but it just moves everything along.
I mean, yeah, it's
It just saves having an interim champion and all that fucking
Yeah.
bullshit. Like, you know,
I like it. I like it. It's
he's out. I suppose he's the interim champion while he's injured.
yeah,
much, yeah.
yeah.
And then when he comes back, or whoever's fighting is classed as the champion, but technically they're an interim. And then when he comes back, he fights them. And
I like it, but it did just suck to be like, yeah, the winner. I'm like, fuck me dead. Like, it broke my hand so bad. So I just won that belt. And now they're like, it's not even mine.
yeah.
But like, you'd still get it taken home and shit. And, like,
Yeah.
show your neighbors and shit.
I'm the champ.
There's no one else, just your neighbors. Like, fuck it. man.
Say this. He fucking carved me long cut.
Yeah. Don't park in my driveway. They're just like, oh, goddamn. I got proof. Yeah.
But yeah, like
Like
every 12 months, every belt has to be defended like to a mandatory.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. I think Kubrat Pulev may have been the last mandatory that was defended against by AJ.
Yeah.
So then like it'd be
Which
like
was a while back now.
yeah. So say it goes like the IBF, then the WBO,
Yeah.
the WBA,
Mm-hmm.
and then the WBO is what Usyk was the mandatory for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, well, technically you meant to do one mandatory, and you have like one voluntary a year.
Yeah.
So you should get to pick who you want to fight once for that belt, and then pick who you want to fight again. But in order to do that, you
You
have
gotta
to be
fight them,
taking like 6 fights in the 12 months.
Yeah, which is It's too much.
Yeah.
So like they just roll around and then they'll be like, oh, it's coming on near 12 months since you've done our mandatory. There's the mandatory.
Yeah.
And you're just forced into that fight.
Yeah.
And if you refuse to take that fight, the IBF will just take the belt off you.
Yeah, just fucking this is ours now.
It's like when Fury fought Klitschko and beat him for all the belts.
Yeah.
It was in the contract or something that, it was in the contract that they'd done the rematch, but because Fury wasn't the champion when he won all of the belts, the IBF said, here's your mandatory. He said, oh, no, I'm going for the rematch against Klitschko. They stripped him of the IBF.
Yeah, right.
Right, that's right.
Okay.
I remember that.
So they're very strict on their rules. But I think if Klitschko had won it, they all would have been defendable again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it.
It's good to be strict on the rules in that sense, though, because then, yeah, it just keeps the fucking division flowing. Like, you get, like, the chance of, like, prospects making their way up, and,
Yeah.
like, yeah, it makes it exciting and shit. I do like the concept. I wish the UFC would use some kind of similar concept, just so they're like, fuck, sometimes you're like, oh, yeah, that guy's an interim champ, and then, like, 3 weeks later, there's, like, a second interim champ. You're like, why is there so many fucking interim champs?
Yeah.
Like, oh, because this dude's fucking going up a weight class to fight. Yeah, just take the motherfucker's belt then.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why are we fucking around? You're just fucking around the rest of their division just because this guy wants to go fight someone else.
yeah.
So I do like the concept of, like, that organization just being like, no,
Yeah, it's like, no, you got to do this.
we take this now.
Yeah.
That's dope, though.
Like I said, it just keeps everything moving. And
Yeah.
Speaking of keeping everything moving, Callum Smith to get a shot at the winner of Belieb versus Yard. But here's the fucking kicker.
He's a tall one.
Yes. Yard's fighting this weekend against an unnamed opponent.
I've said it
So how
before,
the fuck does that work?
and I'll say it again. Why is there
Work that
fucking-
one out.
Why some cunt Yard fighting?
Yard might be the mandatory.
But why isn't he fighting Belieb?
But I think he's been out a while.
With what?
I don't know. It's probably just like a little tune-up. It's been a while since I heard anything about Anthony Yard fighting.
He's a bit chewed up.
Yeah, a bit chewed up, spat out.
Blades caught on a bit when he was getting mowed or something. Eh? Someone drove on him or something. I don't know. Like,
Shitty landscaping.
yeah, did someone drive on him?
Oh, fucking hell, Griff. You
Too much
your
rain.
hearing age checked, cunt.
Did someone park? Did someone park on him overnight when it was wet?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Not a big fan of that dude just because of his name. What kind of fucking last name is Yard?
Well, it's got an E on the end of it.
Yardy. Yeah, fuck yeah, that's heaps dope.
Oh, fucking hell. But yeah, like, that's just such a fucking confusing turn of events. Like, he's the mandatory for Belieb's belt, but he's fighting somebody else.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
When Belieb is completely healthy and ready to fight. Like,
Is he
That's
just
just
fighting? Are they just like super confident that he's going to win and just go back to back? Because the UFC will do that sometimes where they're like, oh yeah, he'll win that easy. And just rebook him not long after.
oh, Belieb's going to crush, yeah.
Yard got knocked out by a jab from Kovalev.
Yeah, exactly.
After Kovalev had been fucked on by Canelo.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like Yard at all. Or his chances. So probably just move on to the next bit, Ned.
Alrighty, well, the next bit is Shakur Stevenson versus Isaac Cruz for the
Yeah.
WBC.
See, now we're talking.
The Haney's belt.
That's a fucking fun fight, bro.
That's going to be a fucking good fight.
So they fight for mandatory spot.
Yes.
That's exciting. Stevenson?
With ease.
For sure, right? For everything I understand, for sure.
I think he wins comfortably.
What about
You
him?
reckon?
Does he beat Haney?
That's interesting.
Because he's the one that's kind of on like Loma level A, like this real skillful boxer.
Shakur is really like Haney, but
I think he could
hits a
beat.
bit harder.
I was gonna say, I think he could
Okay.
beat Haney because like they're similar style, but he's a bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually just comes forward a bit more, whereas Haney's more content to just sit behind his counter punching.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
And like,
But it's going to be a test
ball
for him.
doesn't take half hour to switch stance.
It's going to be a test for him because fucking Isaac Cruz like will just come forward for your body the entire fucking time, like he did with Tank.
Yeah, I just think that.
Oh,
Like,
Shakur's going to be too smart.
I think
for him.
Shakur just times him and tags him on the way in.
Yeah.
Like that'll be Cruz's downfall.
Mm.
Is like Shakur's comfortable fighting, I suppose, either way, coming forward at you or going on the back foot. I think he'll just end up stopping Cruz.
Too much for him.
I think so. Like
Hmm.
he carries power, so as long as like, he brings that power up to 135 with him, I
Yeah,
think he'll end up just fucking murdering Cruz. at
and
that
that'd be
point.
very well. Didn't Tank injure his hand against Cruz? Was that fight?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm. So he was sort of fighting with one arm, but if Shakur manages to fucking knock out Cruz, it's definitely a big fucking statement.
I think he'll stop. I think he'll stop him. Like he might not like spark him out, but like I think
More of an accumulation. kind
yeah,
of
I think
thing.
the ref will jump in and like wave it off.
There's some fun fights ahead in the lightweight division.
Yeah, we do.
Like fights that you actually know are probably going to happen as well, which is dope.
But,
Yeah,
like,
that's it. Hopefully, we get some word on Loma versus Haney
it's good
soon.
because that
Yeah.
division's so packed at the top 10.
Yeah,
Like no matter who they make to fight, it's like
it's usually a good fucking fight.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like you can probably go, well, this bloke will win, but it's like this cunt's like his other bloke's gonna come in and put a fucking mad show on,
Yeah.
and he could get the job done possibly.
I wonder who Homer Simpson's going to fight next.
Yeah, who knows? Hey, after he's fucking beating at the hands of Zepeda.
I wonder who's
And then there's also
gonna fight next,
Zepeda.
bro.
Like fucking Zepeda's gonna be fucking coming for somebody soon.
Dude, he's going to make it into the, like, that top 5 soon. Fuck, man. Who the fuck's going to be able to deal with that motherfucker? Other than probably Lomachenko, who I reckon will just, like, neutralize his, like, forward pressure. I just, like, with his weird movement and shit. I don't
Yeah.
see anyone else in the division kind of being able to, like, just deal with that shit for 12 rounds.
No, it's so much fucking pressure. Hey,
Dude, he just doesn't slow down. Fucking keeps going, motherfucker.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to see that motherfucker up in the top 5 fighting everyone else. I only see Loma being able to beat him just because of Loma's movement will be able to stop him pushing forward all the time.
yeah.
Like his angles and shit will just fuck him.
I mean, probably Loma, Haney, and Stevenson.
I don't see Haney beating him. I haven't watched enough of Stevenson, but I don't see Haney beating.
You don't reckon?
He's just, yeah, like Zepeda wouldn't let it be like a boring clinch fight. As soon as he gets clinched, he gets aggressive and fuck pushes, and
And he's a
He's-
lot bigger
he's-
than George's.
yeah, he's not happy to kind of be in a clinch situation.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I reckon that'd just be regardless. Seeing him in like even the top 10's fucking exciting.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that Zepeda dude after just watching him fight once. Like it's just like
One time. Biggest
Right.
fan.
not a big fan, not his biggest fan, a big fan. I went back and watched some of his other shit. It's just like the same thing. It's like constant pressure the whole time. Like, Jesus.
Alrighty, well, moving on to our next point here. Floyd expresses interest in fight with Ricky Hatton in the UK in February.
Yeah, of course he would. Fuck Floyd.
Yeah.
Um,
This exhibition tour just fucking continues on, doesn't it?
I mean that might happen unless like some new YouTuber comes up and blows up between then.
Yeah, we'll
That
see
he
how
could
that
just
goes.
take advantage of and fucking.
Yeah, anyway, we're going to talk more about fucking Floyd later. So
Did Hatton come out?
But people keep paying. Floyd makes money. People are going to sign a contract.
Yeah.
that's it.
Did Hatton come out in like a walking frame at his fight? Did he fight over the weekend?
Who?
Hatton.
Yeah.
He came out in like a walking frame. I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty positive he did.
Oh, what, like as a joke?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like a piss take. Like came out like with 2 nurses with him and shit.
I really don't know.
I didn't see any of that.
I'm pretty positive.
I'd like to see that.
But
That'd be fucking great.
yeah,
If
it's
he
just-
actually did that. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Well, I seen a photo and it's just like Tim, like that Hitman Hatton dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like got like 2 nurses behind him and he's like in a walking frame type thing, but in like boxing gear. So it's like clearly
I
on
mean,
his
it
way to
seems
the
like
ring.
something he'd do. He's pretty funny.
I seen it this morning, so I'm thinking it's probably from the weekend.
Yeah, you would assume so.
I laughed. That's funny. as
Because
fuck.
I've never seen that before. So,
Didn't he fight Floyd already?
Yeah.
In the past?
yeah, Floyd knocked him out.
Yeah. I mean, probably don't get knocked out again, but
It's just going to be an exhibition, but
so it was a fight against Deji though, wasn't it?
yeah.
You fuck. We gave that poor cunt brain damage.
Dude, why do these fucking YouTubes keep getting in with pro fighters?
Well, Deji couldn't even fucking win a fight against another fucking YouTuber.
Payday.
I want a payday.
I think I seen something about that Floyd versus Deji or something. Someone just like commented on it. It was like, bro got the cheat codes and just skipped straight to the final boss.
Hard, bro. Like he beat that Fauzi dude or whoever the fuck that guy is, which says it right there.
I've
Who the
never
fuck
heard that
is that
name in
guy?
my fucking life.
But then he lost 3 other YouTubers. He lost to Jake Paul when Jake Paul was like only just starting out. And he lost to 2 like YouTubers that aren't very boxing based. and then just because he beat that Fauci dude, he gets to fight Floyd.
Yeah, that makes fucking zero sense.
Fuck out of you.
But Floyd just picks who he wants to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever's going to like generate decent money.
Mm.
In where was that fight at?
In the UK. Oh no, it was in like UAE. Sorry.
Oh, right, yeah. So wherever they're paying the money.
Payday.
They just want payday.
Payday.
Alrighty, moving into a bit of, somber fucking news here. Anthony Rumble Johnson dead at 38 due to undisclosed illness.
Yeah, it's a super sad one. I feel like he fought not that long ago, maybe like 2 years ago.
2 years ago or something like that. He was ranked pretty highly in the Bellator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read this morning it was
Ongoing illness. That's what I read.
Hodgkin lymphoma and something else, I think.
Okay.
It's a form of cancer.
Yeah, they said he was suffering from.
Okay. Yeah, that's super sad.
Fucking mad fighter, man.
Dude,
Mad fighter. So
probably
good
one of the
fighter.
hardest hitters. Because he was like, he fought at heavyweight for a while, but then started cutting to light heavyweight.
Yeah, because he pretty sure he fought John Jones, didn't he?
No,
Or he might
I
have
think
been like
Jones
one-
kept on like not taking that fight.
He might have been one fight off or something and got beat or something.
Right.
Rumble, but he was always up there, and like every
fought-
time he fought, bro, you're like on the edge of your seat, like
Yeah.
this cunt going fucking look, he's going out.
Because he fought DC, Rumble.
Yeah, I do remember
Oh,
that.
That was
yeah.
a fun fight. Just touching on people that have passed away. Just want to say rest in peace again to Bernie Sanders. Yeah. A life
Going to will it
taken,
into existence eventually.
life taken too soon with old Bernie. But yeah, that does suck. Definitely for like the heavier divisions in the UFC and like Bellator, all that shit. He was up there in like the top 5, I'd say. Like Froome said, yeah, every fight was fucking exciting.
Like every single fight.
Fuck yeah.
I remember just like picking him, like playing with him on like UFC and shit.
Mm.
And just fucking starch.
Just everyone.
He was a big dude for light heavyweight.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, he fought at heavyweight. Like, and was like big at heavyweight. But then, yeah. Yeah, rest in peace, that homie.
Alrighty.
And Bernie.
We got Rodriguez versus Emmett for interim featherweight title, 284 in Perth.
That's who's the other guy?
Josh Emmett.
He's a bit aged in his career.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't mind him. It's
No,
alright, but
he's a bit aged
yeah,
though.
he getting
Like
on.
Rodriguez is gonna light that motherfucker
Yeah, it
up.
seems like he's at the top of his game.
Rodriguez is a dangerous fucking dude, man. Like, look who he's fought recently. He fought Holloway, put up a fucking good fight. Don't know who the fuck else he's fought recently, but they were like decently ranked. Like, they weren't slouches by any means. Any fucking good fucking fights. He done that. The Korean Zombie done that weird fucking up elbow thing.
That's right.
Yeah, he was like highly ranked. Got a title shot not long after that and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see Rodriguez fucking kicking that dude's face apart.
It'll be interesting.
But yeah, Emmett can scrap.
Yeah, him at packs some power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just
Him
don't
to
feel like
starch some motherfuckers before.
hard. I just don't feel like Rodriguez is there to like get hit a lot. He's like pretty good with his movement. He's got like a real heavy kick base, so he's just gonna fucking try to keep it at distance, throw heavy kicks.
Okay.
Yeah, and Emmett's like, I suppose, like, he's real stocky.
He's a boxer kind of based.
I mean, he's like stocky, like he's fucking real muscly for like featherweight.
He is. It's a fun fight. It is a fun fight though. But yeah, I see Rodriguez probably taking it.
Right. And we have Makachev confirmed against Volkanovski for the headliner.
Yeah. Dan Hooker's trying to get on that card.
Yeah, he was talking about that on the weekend, wasn't he?
Yeah, that'd be dope. Makachev's, I don't get why everyone's like, oh, he's gonna struggle to hold this little fucking 145 pounder down. Why? Why is he?
No, he wrestles bears.
Where's
It's not going to happen.
Where's Volkanovski's fucking like high level jiu-jitsu? Like that's the only thing that's gonna help you in that situation. Look how far they got Charles.
The only thing that helps Volkanovski is his legs aren't that long, so he doesn't have far to stand up, but that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all. You can't even stand up though. As soon as they do that weird little like leg hook
Yeah,
thing,
like
bro,
grab
your
both
legs are
your
fucked.
legs.
It doesn't like Volkanovski keeps on being like, I'm hard to hold down. Yeah, so I
But-
bet everyone else thought that. That's fought Khabib and that. fucking
Volkanovski's
idiot.
legs might not be long enough to get caught in that wrap. So
Right.
if you can't You can't tangle around them little fuckers. You might you might struggle.
Maybe. I see Islam.
Nah, stands back up in the corner.
Honestly, I don't even know why. Like,
Like when someone gets on their knees and puts their fucking feet in shoes, they're just like,
yeah, I don't know why people are like entertaining that fight. There's no way Volk does anything.
Yeah,
like,
like-
and I thought I want him to be a double champ. It'd be Australia's first double champ. It'd be the biggest fucking thing ever.
yeah, it'd be huge.
It'd be huge, huge. I want him to win.
I just don't think
He's
it's
a
gonna
cool dude.
happen.
He's
Yeah.
a fucking mad dude. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Like-
No.
They're better on the feet than Islam, but
Oh.
Islam isn't going to allow the fight to stay.
No, why
Okay.
would
Like,
he?
That's that's the thing. Like Islam's not going to stand there to trade with him.
No.
At all.
no, fuck no.
He will until he gets his opportunity, and as soon as he gets his
Yeah.
opportunity, he's gonna fucking maul him.
he's gonna grab them legs.
But
Them
like
little
even
fucking-
then, it plays into him because like Volkanovski has to get close to punch him.
Yeah, that's true.
So like he doesn't have to attack Volkanovski. Just wait for Volkanovski to attack you.
to get in. And it's not like Islam and that only have like double legs and single legs and shit. Like they've got good trips.
Well, it doesn't even seem to matter like with their like trips like that. Just like once they grab hold of you,
Oh,
bro,
they're so
like
strong.
no matter what position they grab you from, you cannot get out of it.
Yeah, they're so fucking strong. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know why people are entertaining that fight. Like, oh, you know, Volk's got a good chance. Like, no, he doesn't. Like, as good as a chance as like any fight has. Yes, like he's a real high leveled fighter.
Mm.
Like every fight anything can fucking happen. But like, in Griff's opinion, his chances are fucking real low.
No, like I'm fairly under that impression as well.
He's not coming out of like Volk's not coming out of like a wrestling jiu-jitsu like
No,
place like
No,
no,
But like a camp or anything.
city kickboxing.
yeah, he's at fucking like Adesanya's gym and
Would
that,
you
like,
just see Adesanya's skillful takedown
takedowns on the weekend.
and like grappling on the weekend?
I did just say like Pereira's non-existent defensive grappling. Like,
yeah,
like, bro,
I think Islam might be in trouble with a real kickboxing based short person. I think he's really going to struggle. I feel like Volk's going to get in there, and
especially when they get on the ground.
yeah, I feel like,
yeah, it's gonna be real difficult.
I feel like Volk's just going to run in there, pull guard, and just fucking dominate.
do what
Just show
Oliveira
him
did,
how
but
it
we
is.
Yeah, just he's going to dominate, bro. Like, who needs jiu-jitsu when you've got fucking kickboxing?
The only thing that's gonna be dominated is his fucking windpipe by fucking
Oh,
Islam's
bro.
bicep.
like fuck, it would be funny if like he just runs out there, but like Huda goes and just like runs out like
Just-
Masvidal to Askren and just like jumps on his back and just chokes him out.
And then I just got to be like,
Does a
shut
fucking
up now.
like a round off and backflips
Yeah.
over him. Much just like, eh?
Yeah,
Lands straight on his back.
Yeah.
I just leave the podcast there, but boys.
That's just his entrance. Like Makachev is like full just standing there in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck is this guy? Just drops from the rafters, just
Yeah, I mean,
starts dropping in like Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible.
I was thinking more like Owen
I was
Hart.
about to say, as long as you don't drop in like Owen Hart.
I was thinking come in for like the Owen Hart drop, bro, just straight onto his back.
In the middle of the ring.
Just dig in.
Sweep him to the side and have another fight.
Oh my God.
The show must go on.
The show's got to go on. I mean, it's like I'm pretty stoked that they're trying to get a good card together, at least. But like, it's gonna go as well as it did against Charles.
Well, speaking of people getting fucked up,
Mhm.
Cain Velasquez released on $1 million bail this week.
That's fucking mad news.
Well, fuck. He's done what anybody would do.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Like, really.
100%.
If I was in his position, I wouldn't be being released from jail. There would already be Netflix documentaries on the horrors that I perpetrated on
Yeah.
the people.
Gotta be.
100%.
No, I think they just wanted to get him released so they can get him to play that part.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Let's just get him out of here.
It's do exactly what happened that day.
Yeah.
Dude, he's fucking...
We'll just
What-
follow you with the camera.
He's just going to be Mike Myers in every Halloween for the next 10 years.
I mean, fucking, it's mad that he did get to get out though, because that's just a shit situation for him. And like, he's on house arrest and everything,
I believe so.
but fuck, still that's better than being in there. At least he can.
Yeah,
like,
100%. He gets to be home with his fucking family.
Yeah. Just fucking training again. I can imagine he would.
Oh, yeah.
Psycho.
Do something. Fucking
You'd have
take
to
your
do
mind
something
off
if you're
being
fucking-
at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, if you're locked up in the house, you'd have to do something.
Legit, probably like the heavyweight great. Like, when you think of the heavyweight division, there's no one.
What's he do? first Mexican champion or something.
I believe he
Heavyweight
was.
champion?
I believe he was.
Mhm.
You look at the Junior Dos Santos fights. They had a trilogy. The first fight, something was weird with Kane. He got sparked real early. You watch the next two fights of them. Kane beat the piss out of this dude. Hey,
I don't think I've ever watched those.
I think he might have stopped him in the second one. I believe he stopped him in the second one, but the first one was like 25 minutes, like just a brutal beatdown for 25 minutes. Whereas like the guy didn't look recognizable at the end of it. Have you ever watched the Cain Velasquez Junior Dos Santos fights?
I don't think so.
They're fucking great fights to watch, especially for heavyweight. He's got like a lightweight cardio, bro. He just like from the bell just pushes the pace on this kind of like, oh my god, he's gonna get tired for sure. And then I guess like round 4, you're like, surely he's gonna get tired, and you're like, oh no, he's just fucking right through to the end of the fight. And yeah, I feel like he stopped him pretty late in the second fight, maybe like 4th round. 2 fucking mad fights though. Yeah, they were fucking super excited. I feel like we're gonna roll into the UFC 281 breakdown now.
We are. We did a fight companion for that yesterday.
We did. It's on
And
the YouTubes.
Remy had them family duties.
Sunday Family Jutes. That was a fun fucking card.
Great, man. Well, let's get your thoughts on it first, because you obviously weren't here doing the fight companion with us. So let's just get your overall thoughts quickly, and then we'll go through it fight by fight.
Oh, it was mad.
Yeah.
I think like watching the broadcast, I think I heard him say that was the like that UFC card had the most first round stoppages in like UFC history, like on a single fight card.
Yeah, there was a fucking fair
There was like
few.
7 or 8 first round stoppages or something, I think.
Fucking hell. And a few of
Like,
them
a few.
were actually pretty early as well, like some of the main card.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
main card flew by.
Yeah, it really
dude,
fucking
yeah.
did, didn't it?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, except for the last fight. The last fight felt like it took forever, but
Yeah.
But like it was that last fight was still like interesting.
it was the whole time.
Like if you appreciate the chess match,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was-
super intriguing.
yeah, that was like a brilliant like kickboxing match, and then
Yeah.
you had them like takedowns mixed in, and
Can we get your thoughts on the Dan Hooker fight?
Well, yeah, let's start there.
all right, you know, like it's fucked when you're sitting there and like even like your missus is going, "What is he doing?"
Yeah,
Like,
when
and he's
it's
just rolling around on the floor trying to grab his leg. She's like, "What's he doing?" I'm like, "He's trying to grab the leg."
when it's that annoying
Like,
that
I
they're
thought that was alright, like the rolls. But like
the sitting down, they're
just
doing
yeah,
nothing.
towards the end where he just like literally just started like planting his ass, and then Dan would be like, "Get up."
He was doing the rolls button, like grabbing the foot, and then Dan would like step back and he'd still just like sit there. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? And then like he'd get back up and roll again. Like,
Yeah.
It was
just stop.
so weird.
But then
man.
like
You're not playing Dark Souls, buddy. You're in the UFC.
Yeah.
Fucking-
yeah,
Dan
so
was just
strange.
kicking him
Oh,
apart. on the
dude.
feet.
dude.
Yeah, it was bad.
And he realized that very early on. You saw it sort of click in his head of like, oh, I can't fucking stand with this
Yeah.
dude.
yeah,
I need to roll.
That's when he started hitting the rolls.
Like I was sitting there going, "This is fucked.
The
This is
first-
fucked." And then
Yeah.
this is like, "What is he doing?" I was like, "Yeah, this is fucked."
The
Yeah,
first
it's
round was
terrible.
fine. Like when he was actually doing it, he was trying to attack.
Well, he had
with
pretty
it. But
fast
yeah,
kicks and shit, like
Like-
the other fella.
like you said, after a while, he just fucking would roll. Dan would step out and he'd just sit there on the ground.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then Dan would make him get up, and then it would just be. It got to the point where he wouldn't even roll. He would literally just plonk his ass on the ground.
Yeah, like he had
After
to,
Dan would hit him too.
Yeah,
he
just
had to
plonk.
get up because like the ref saying like telling him to stand up. If you don't stand up, it's TKO.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, the ref will give you like a pretty stern warning of like, you've got a second to get the fuck up, or you're gone.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, you could see the ref like getting frustrated, like, stop doing that. And then as soon as he landed that kick and he like kind of sat down, the ref was like, fuck it.
yeah.
That was a brutal fucking kick, man. You
Yeah,
see him
fucking
cough
right.
up a bit of blood afterwards. Which is
Oh,
like-
did he?
Yeah, he hit him like right in that like sweet spot. You know, it's
Oh,
like that
fuck.
weird little fucking.
Mm,
Right at the sternum.
Yeah, he hit him right in that, man. And yeah, you could see like as his ass hit the ground, he like spat blood out.
oh,
So
I mean,
like,
maybe it was already in his mouth, but fucking hell, I wouldn't be surprised.
he hit him with a few pretty fucking brutal body shots.
Well, like
so-
you said, Dan was just piecing him up on the
Yeah.
feet.
It was not competitive when they were standing
no,
No.
fuck no.
at all.
Hooker showed real improved grappling, I thought. Decent scrambles, good defense of the knee bar, good defense of the ankle lock.
Yeah, it was like once he had that like knee bar sort of in,
Yeah,
and then the ankle lock, and Dan got back up, he was gone. Like
Yeah.
the other bloke like
he
it
gassed
just,
himself, squeezed
yeah.
him.
and it just taken like the spirit out of him. Like
Yeah.
fuck, that was my plan.
Well, you could
Like
see
there was no plan B, C, D.
he thought he had an ankle like ankle picking at one point, and you could see Hooker was just sitting flat on his butt, like he was sitting on one foot with his leg flattened out, no strain in his face whatsoever. He was just chilling, but he had like his hand on the other dude, just chilling.
Yeah.
And the other guy was like full, like, grimacing, like putting everything into it. Then it got to the point where like he must have loosened up and Hooker slid out. And then just fucking, old mate gassed himself, squeezed too hard.
Yeah, it was just like it was like once he didn't get that, it was just like his fight was over. Like, fuck, that was my whole plan.
Yeah. I feel like, his spirit got broken in that sense because he thought he had the knee bar at one point. And then, he would have gassed his top half of his body because he was literally putting everything into that. Like,
it would have taken it out of his arms.
Yeah, and then he just got fucking his body ripped apart afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Good performance by Dan Hooker. I hope he gets put on that Perth card. That'd be fucking sick.
It'd be fucking stacked if so.
I hope he just gets put against a striker.
Mm.
Like, that'd be sick. Like, and just not a real good striker either. Just let fucking Dan have like a fucking homecoming.
Oh, did you see like that shit that was getting around before the fight of like Dan Hooker's last like 6 opponents when he fought them?
Oh yeah,
it was like Poirier 5-1, Gaethje or something 5-1.
Just kill us.
Islam 8-0.
Yeah.
That Allen bloke he fought last 8-0.
Yeah.
Like
he's
just,
fought like the best, man.
Like just fighting people that are just killing everybody.
I brought that up yesterday. He's just like fought like killers. And it's like not even that like, either like killers that are on the up or just like real settled in fucking vets like Dustin Poirier, like Paul Felder. Like, man, give this guy a homecoming. Just give him a trash can. That's, people know. Like, there's plenty of him in the fucking UFC.
Yeah.
Just let him fucking spark a motherfucker out in the first round. Like, old school Dan Hooker shit. And
and then, like, even that bloke he fought on the weekend was on a tear. Like, he'd been fucking...
Yeah.
It was like 4-0 in his last 4 or 5-0 or some shit. Like, he was fucking tearing it up.
Yeah. Give the man a break. He deserves it.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it looks like he got it on the weekend anyway.
Yeah, that is true. Dan didn't even look like he was like puffed out by the end of the fight.
No, he didn't look stressed
he was
whatsoever.
Like, he was more just like frustrated, like
yeah, legit. It was like he was in like laughing at him for a bit, and then after a while he was all right. This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
and then at that point, that's when the ref started being like, all right, get up.
Yeah, it's like, all right, Dan, that was a good effort. But like, that was your tune up. Now, next time they're just gonna feed him to some.
He's Francis Ngannou.
Animal, yeah.
Well, speaking of being fed to animals. Why don't we move on to the next fight?
What's the next one? What was the next one?
Edgar versus Gutierrez.
Oh yeah, I see that. I keep asking that because I've tried to block it out of my mind.
Of people being on tears, dude. Gutierrez was on a 7-fight win streak and now 8-fight win streak.
Well, how scary was that when we first seen him? Like, just his like fast twitch actions, his feints. Me and Nettie were like, "Oh my god, this is terrible.
This is the worst thing ever."
Yeah, neither of them had thrown a strike yet, and me and Nettie were already like, "This is fucked."
Just the speed that this dude was throwing feints, I was just like, Frankie's gonna die.
Yeah, like, I mean, fuck me dead.
I literally wasn't paying much attention. I was literally just waiting for the moment
Yeah.
before he went to sleep.
Oh, dude,
Like, 'cause I knew it was coming, and I was like,
wasn't long.
I was hoping it wasn't. Like, I'm sitting there with the missus going, fuck, I hope he fucking just gets through this 15 minutes and just fucking walks off into the sunset. I don't care if he gets bashed.
I just wanted to see him wrestle.
Just like, let him walk off.
He's got a real like good wrestling background, and he just no, not even a fucking slight thought of a takedown. He kept doing that weird dip thing to that fucking same side that he done it to fucking Sandhagen. It's just like, Frankie, stop it.
He just wanted that fight to be over. Fuck.
I mean, like, he brought it up that was going to be his last fight. You think old Uncle Dana would just be like, Frankie, you've been fighting for us fucking 200 UFCs. We're just going to give you this dude that's never had a fight before.
Yeah. Just some trash can.
He's never even thrown a punch before he was in the special classes at school. That's all we're going to say. And
Frankie should have just said, Frankie, I know you really want to fight.
Yeah.
But here's your paycheck, buddy.
Yeah.
Just walk off.
Well, he was cut before he even got to the cage. Swear to God.
Yeah, the fucking
the
sharp
cut
hair.
dude, bro, had wiped like blood from there, and then there was just like a solid cut there. But it was like not bleeding or anything. So I was just like, well, how is there blood there? Is that just like a dry cut? Like, did his pillow cut him last night because he fucking fell asleep too hard?
He missed the mitts out the back, and the cunt just slapped him in the face.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck, Frankie, you're gonna get knocked out. Slip, whack. Oh shit.
There was a temperature change in between the hallway and the locker room, so his skin just
Busted him
fucking
open.
split apart
That
on
was,
entry.
that was real hard to watch though. I fucking hope he doesn't like go from that to being like, oh, I might try bare knuckle boxing or something along those lines.
Yeah, let's not fucking do that,
I'll
Frankie.
go fight in Bellator.
Yeah.
No, Frankie, just fucking
But
retire.
I don't think it hurt anybody more than Gutierrez himself.
I mean, that man had a meltdown after that fight.
Oh, he was devastated.
You could tell he was like in the air about mid-knee and he was already crying.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Tears just wetting the top of Edgar's
Oh,
head already.
I mean, for sure that dude probably grew up watching Frankie fight and then he had to potentially murder his hero for like a good couple of seconds there. Frankie was stiffened out.
Mm.
You got to imagine that's his like hero. He's probably like,
Yeah. Did I kill him?
what have I done? And then like Frankie got up and was like, seemed to be in all right spirits. I don't know. I kind of preferred to see that than like Frankie full just battered for fucking 3 rounds.
Yeah,
Especially
that
in front
is
of his
true.
kids. And like that dude was a deadly ass striker, bro. Like, no, I'm so glad that it happened that quick, that early, and we just didn't see Frankie get killed.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate seeing like good veterans go out on their back. Like,
Nah, it's
that's
fucking
the worst,
terrible
bro.
to see,
Like,
man.
Mm. Yeah.
especially when you know like what they've been. Like, he gets cut, he gets pieced, he gets pieced. But like,
Yeah.
getting like, you can't get that back in front of your kids, bro. Like,
Nah.
getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty
Oh.
bad.
Like 3 times in a row, too.
Yeah, like, bro, like I watched
Oh,
that
no.
knockout, like the slow mo of it, and like Frankie's on the ground, his toes are like curled over and all. He's like fucking stiff.
Yeah. It was brutal. Super brutal.
But
Like, How old are his kids?
you notice the style difference in between these veterans and this younger generation. Though.
Yeah.
That was really apparent in that. Like, Edgar's got that brawling fucking come forward style, and it just doesn't work against the precision that people are coming into, like, the sport with today.
Yeah, well, people are more like, I suppose back then it was like MMA was a thing, but like it was just something people, I guess, got into.
Yeah.
Like, whereas now it's a profession.
MMA.
Like, you literally have people growing up training
Yeah.
kickboxing, training jiu-jitsu, training like all 3 from young ages now. So
Mhm.
the
yeah.
people who you see now that are getting in at 20, 21, they've all got now 10 years
Yeah.
roughly of
Where you weren't seeing that before.
experience across all of them.
Yeah. Was that MMA like back where Frankie first started off was all like you'd have like real heavy like skill sets. Like, oh, he's a real heavy wrestling based or he's real kickboxing based, he's real boxing based. Like it was never just like the broad spectrum of like, oh, he just does everything fucking well.
Yeah, like you still hear it like now when Bruce
yeah.
introduces people, like fighting out of this corner is a kickboxer.
Like Izzy, he's like a
Yeah.
kickboxer.
Yeah,
Like,
or a freestyle fighter or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why aren't they MMA fighters?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what they are.
Like they should be, you know, he's a mixed martial artist. He knows all of these fucking things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not primarily a kickboxer. You know, I feel like in 10 years, it'll just be he's an MMA fighter.
Yeah, it won't be a thing anymore.
Yeah,
Because
it'll just,
all the disciplines will just all be blended together.
yeah, and it'll just be, you know, fighting out of this corner is whoever, just like the boxing. Like
Yeah.
you won't have to, oh, he's this sort of fighter.
Yeah.
Well, it leads us into Poirier Chandler perfectly with the way that match ended.
Oh,
Because, like, that's a fucking precision striker ending a match with jiu-jitsu.
But
Yeah.
he's a black belt.
Yeah, he's-
Exactly,
yeah, he's a
exactly.
black
Like
belt, yeah.
that's
Oh my god, what a fucking fight.
Dude, that was fucking
oh, fuck
absolutely.
yeah. Fucking oath.
You
Like,
called it fucking perfectly in the sense of
The real main event.
the
right there.
real main event. Even though the actual main event was nothing to shake a stick at, like fucking, this was a fucking fight.
I do believe I picked Poirier late
Um,
when we broke it down.
I think we all did. We all picked Poirier in some way, shape, or form.
yeah, we all.
But I actually,
Yeah.
I think you did pick it late.
I said he was going to stop him. I'm pretty sure.
He nearly
I
stopped him in
didn't
the
think-
first there.
I didn't think he was going to stop him like that.
No,
No.
I
It-
thought it was going to be like a KO.
He nearly stopped him in the first, which was
they both nearly stopped
Interesting.
each other in the first.
Oh,
Yeah.
That first was just wild.
Wild, man.
Absolutely wild.
has the fingers in the mouth.
Oh,
Chandler,
yeah,
that's
official.
fucking for one. Fucking disgusting. I would have bit your fucking fingers off your fucking hands, you grubby.
Well, he said that in the
cunt.
press conference. He said that Poirier bit down on his hand.
Yeah, fuck you would. I
Yeah.
would have fucking bit them cunts off, mate. I'm telling you. He
And
would-
then
he
that's not
wouldn't
even the
have fucked
worst part. Fucking blood in the mouth.
Well, apparently he blew his nose out.
Oh,
Like it wasn't
right.
just, it didn't just leak. Like, no. He like, Chandler was like,
He said he couldn't breathe though. He said I couldn't breathe and I had to go somewhere. He said it was just
nah.
fucking.
Yeah, he's saying that to not look like a dirty cunt. You fish hooked a fighter, which is super fucking dirty.
Yeah,
to
that
do,
is
and
true.
then you blew your fucking nose into his mouth.
I think that
You're
was
fucking-
beforehand, wasn't it?
You're a fucking grub. That's the grubbiest shit I've ever fucking seen in fucking a long time of watching MMA fights.
Please run it back.
100%.
Yeah, please run it back.
back.
Every fucking weekend I'd watch that shit.
100%.
That was wild. I don't know if you boys seen it. Did you see the slow mo? Like I think it was at the might have been the end of the fight of Poirier landing like that straight left, straight down the middle, and fucking Chandler's nose
exploded
just
his nose.
Oh, just
exploded.
exploding.
Literally was a
like all over his shoulder and shit. Like, it
bro,
was-
so brutal.
that was fucking wild.
That's the only
Chandler's
reason they're not
fucking-
going to be able to run it back in 3 months is because
Yeah.
Chandler's going to have his fucking face reconstructed.
100%. Chandler's spine buster. Like I thought we were watching WWE for a little bit there, right? Just we've seen punches, we've seen spine busters, we've seen fucking
German
suplexes on top ropes,
suplexes.
everything, bro.
It was fucking
And then,
nuts.
dude, that's
Everything.
how he picked him up off the ground. Like, you've got a full 160 pounds on top of you while you're, like, bent over like this.
Yeah, it was just like
And he just, huh?
All that leg drive.
Granted, it was probably the bad thing that he did. Like,
No,
the
no,
thing that led to him. That was what happened. He fucking picked him up off the ground, he threw him, put himself in that shitty
Yeah.
position. Poirier got his back from
Yeah,
it.
he like threw Poirier down and like gave Poirier that like distance to be able to do something.
yeah.
Not really effective, but to be able to scramble.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you could see Poirier on his way down. He's already working his legs around.
Yeah,
Chandler's
he's already
back.
like he sort of twisted like that to stop himself as well, and then
Yeah.
just, as soon as he hit the ground, he just started scrambling.
Mhm.
Ended up on Chandler's back.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I said it when we were watching. I was like, oh, he just fucked himself. Like,
Yeah.
He was in a good position. Then
Which
just,
he does a lot.
yeah, he throws caution to the wind. It's exciting to watch. But like, fuck, man, if you want to make your way to a belt, it's not the way to fucking fight. Like, you're seeing Gaethje kind of make the change where he was just like fucking frantic fighting. Like, it was crazy to watch. But then he started kind of settling down, still fucking cunts up. But like, yeah, knowing, okay, this shot's going to work, this shot's going to work. Not just fucking being crazy like fucking Chandler is.
Yeah, Chandler just throws everything at anyone. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's like really explosive at the start.
Yeah.
and like that's his downfall.
He
Yeah.
tapers down that little bit.
Yeah, he needs to like.
Like, he was throwing that frantic shit at the start, and Poirier was still landing. Like, it didn't look like it because Chandler's like charging forward, but you watch it like at the end of the rounds, and Poirier's landing like 3 or 4 shots as he's flurrying in that are like crisp shots. So you're like, yeah, you gotta imagine that's fucking him up. Chandler just swinging at air's fucking him up. Yeah, you can see he comes out into the second, real heavy like wrestling base in the second.
Yeah, because that fucking elbow that Poirier landed on the fucking buzzer, bro.
Oh, that
He was fucking
Crisp.
bro. That was clean as fuck.
Brutal.
Like he was,
Oh,
you could tell he was fucked. Like as soon as it hit him, you could just
Mhm.
like see it. And the bell went. And,
yeah.
Like Poirier said something to him as well. Like as he was walking off.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did
I
too.
almost said to him like, "You're fucking lucky, cunt." Like you felt.
Yeah.
Whole lot of being saved by the bell on this card. Hey,
Oh, fuck
What
yeah.
a fucking fight.
Oh, it was fucking crazy. And just the wherewithal from Dustin to know that like Chandler was definitely strong enough from that position, but to know that he was tall enough that if he just extended his body like that, that he was able to just slip
Yeah.
his fucking hand straight under.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it stopped Chandler from like doing what he did with Oliveira.
Yeah.
And like standing up and going backwards. So that's like
He
what.
just does whatever the fuck he wants, doesn't he?
Well, not to Dustin because Dustin stopped that.
Yeah.
Like that's why he was like leaning his body, bottom half of the body right out, and then his like top half right back.
Mm.
So, yeah, there was no way Chandler was
Yeah, and I
lifting
think
him up.
all the blood didn't help Chandler either. I think like it was
Yeah.
around sort of the neck at first, and then
Yeah.
Chandler like went to sort of lift his head or something, and like because of all the blood and shit, it just slipped straight in, and he
Yeah.
was fucking gone.
Yeah.
Like-
Nice and greasy.
And that fucking elbow that Poirier split him with from the bottom,
Hurts me up, woman.
that was fucking nuts. Just
Yeah.
throws the elbow, splits him, and then like fucking Chandler's just pissing blood like all over Poirier. He's like laying on the ground.
Oh,
like-
dude, it was so like that was
was
one of the most
fucking gross.
disgusting things I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Top tier fucking fight. That was everything about that fucking fight was fun as fuck.
And, like,
Um,
at the end, Poirier looked like surprising. Like his face looked surprisingly fresh.
Yeah,
Like
well,
he doesn't seem to swell much or like cut easily or
he's real good at like rolling with shots, blocking shots. Like
He got tagged
He
by
did
some
get tagged
fucking
with some
good
big
ones. Like,
ones, yeah.
and Chandler hits fucking hard. Like, I was
Yeah.
expecting,
Fuck yeah.
like, a mouse or a welt or, like, in the post-fight fucking press conference, bro, he looked like he
Yeah.
hadn't, like, even fought yet.
Some people just have more durable faces.
Like, he
the
definitely doesn't
Louisiana
have the skin of Diaz, that's for
boy.
sure.
You know that Louisiana skin,
Yeah, he doesn't have fucking,
that fucking croc skin. That
doesn't
gator
have
skin
that
boy.
Diaz tissue paper, that's fucking
Doesn't.
for sure.
Yeah, you fucking and just
Yeah.
wearing
Crimson
a
mask.
crimson mask after a fucking sharp breeze.
So going in from that far, we rolled into Carla Esparza versus
Weili
Weili Zhang.
Or Zhang Weili, rather.
Nah, same.
I just want to go back to that other fight. There was a comment I seen on the fucking stream. It was like, what did it say? Chandler's built like a tank made out of cardboard.
Like a Minecraft tank. That does make sense. That's fucking gold.
Oh my god, that's so good.
That is fucking gold. I mean, that guy is built extremely different. Like, we can all just
fucking hell.
acknowledge he's not made out of no fucking human skin.
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah,
Um,
that's fucking. I just had to
well,
get
yeah,
that one in
we
there,
figured
boys.
out he's made out of cardboard boxes, apparently.
Me dead.
So Zhang Esparza.
Made like a Japanese door, the cunt. Extremely functional, but just fucking pull through it.
Yeah.
rice paper.
Fuck.
Old fucking rice paper Chandler.
Jesus.
Cream paper chin.
Shit.
Like, a fucking stream was so funny, bro. Like, watching the comments come up before it. Like,
Some of them are funny, eh?
Poyer's walking down. Every cunt's like McGregor having a face off with his TV right now.
100%. Yeah, some of the comments are the
Just
best things ever.
absolutely fucking smashed on proper total. You watch me send me DMs. D Devlin's like, just sit down, you cunt.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
The fucking fourth TV we've had this month.
Jesus fucking Christ. Don't kick it again. I know you got a metal shin, but fuck me. These things are expensive. That's not even like.
Some of the comments on them feeds are fucking funny.
Next level.
Oh, fucking hell. But alright,
That's
moving
fucking
into Esparza versus Zhang Weili.
I mean, not much to really talk about there.
Weili just on fire.
Yeah, built different unless she's
Mm.
fighting Rose. I feel like Rose is just her kryptonite.
One of those things,
Funny,
man.
like Rose is her kryptonite, and then I seen Esparza when
It's
she won.
Roses.
Yeah, when she won the world title, like she was the very first like champion in that weight division.
Yeah,
when she
beat
won
Rose
that
for it,
title,
yeah.
she beat Rose for it.
Jesus.
And then
And
to
then-
win it again, beat Rose for it. And then, but like Rose beat.
It's an interesting point that's going to
Zhang
come up
fight.
again later
Yeah.
in the main fight. But yeah, it's like styles make fights.
Yeah.
Some people just aren't suited to fight certain people.
Nah, but I feel like that fight, like Zhang got the win by like a interesting submission. She had like the crucifix, but then got a rear naked choke from the crucifix.
Yeah, it was real interesting to see.
I haven't seen that before. I've seen like people kind of get it from weird positions, but not like utilize the crucifix so well and get it out of that. It was good. It was impressive. I feel like that sets up the trilogy with Rose.
You would think so.
Yeah,
It should.
which is fucking an actual fucking fight. That would be sick. Like that's a fucking
Yeah, it's going to be
huge
dope.
fight. Because like Wang,
Zhang.
Zhang. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's like only getting better and better. I feel like Rose has kind of already hit her prime. She's like, you know, at her prime now type thing. Whereas like Zhang's still on her way to there. So it'll just be interesting because like, yeah, Zhang's just getting better. Rose seems to be slowing down that tiny bit.
Mm.
So yeah, you could see her fucking beat Rose.
Man,
Hope
Zhang showed her strength. Like,
Right.
she's a fucking strong lady. bro.
Yeah.
She's fucking got good wrestling skills as well, like good grappling skills.
Yeah, fucking know.
Like,
And
yeah.
she's slick with it too, those scrambles.
Yeah, it was kind of scary to watch. Like, oh no, like she's gonna just run through this division now.
Mm.
Like, because I don't see anyone else beating her other than Rose, really.
No, not really.
And even now, I'm like, okay, she might even be to the point where she just fucking dunks Rose on her head like that other chick did.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Impressive performance by Wang Zhang Jiang. Super impressive.
Chitty chitty zang zang.
Oh, yep.
Alrighty, well that's
Uh,
about there's not much else to say on that kind of thing.
That's
It's
about
obviously
enough
gonna set up
racism out of today. Moving on to the next
Oh,
section.
no,
here.
there was plenty yesterday.
Moving on to the next fight here. We had a little black on black crime in the main event. Israel Adesanya.
He marks the end of racism. Anyway,
Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira for the
middleweight
middleweight title.
championship.
Their third fight, the first two being kickboxing.
Mhm.
Pretty much, this one went exactly how the second kickboxing fight went. With
Pretty much.
Israel being dominant throughout the start of the fight and he didn't really get knocked out in this one. He got stopped, but he was like, hard to say. He was still like kind of moving with shots, but he also looked out on his feet.
I saw a lot of stuff coming out afterwards, people saying like, oh, that was an early stoppage and this was that. But Israel came out himself and said like, look, my ego says, yeah, probably like keep the fight going kind of thing. But
Yeah.
it like obviously wasn't defending myself. Like he was probably going to fucking knock me out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I look at it from two different ways. Like, he's the champion, let him go out on his sword type thing, or his shield, or whatever that fucking saying is. But then he's also like, doesn't take a fucking huge amount of damage
Yeah,
throughout other fights, so why let him take unnecessary damage?
exactly.
But like that left hook he ate when he was already fucked, most people should have dropped from that. Being
Yeah.
fucked. But like, yeah, obviously he's got a fucking good chin, he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on with his titty. But I mean, other than that, yeah, I feel like that sets up because he was like a pretty long reigning champion.
Yeah.
That's going to set up a second MMA fight.
Oh, and he was
fourth
dominating
fight.
that fight until he got sparked out.
Oh yeah, Dana said there's like reason to do the rematch.
Yeah.
I see the rematch probably going the same way. Like Pereira must just be Izzy's fucking better. Like,
Well, let's break down the fight and then we'll get into what's going to happen.
Izzy should have
afterwards.
come out in the last round and sort of like, I suppose, tried to just go back to that groundwork because like Pereira seemed so lost on the floor.
yeah. So did Izzy. to be fair.
Izzy didn't seem like comfortable, but like
Not as like kind of like
But
flustered.
Pereira had no idea what was
yeah,
happening.
no, like
Nah.
Izzy had him down. I think it was like maybe the second or third round, and like Pereira's like on the bottom, obviously, and like Izzy's got his hand around like holding his right wrist, and like Pereira's not even trying to get rid of it. He's just trying to get back to his feet, and every time he went to get back to his feet, Izzy just tug on that right arm and he just falls straight back down.
Yeah.
Like it was just a little simple shit, like, and then like you hear Cormier going like, "What's he doing? Just worry about the wrist. Like,
Yeah.
get rid of that wrist. Then you'll get back to your feet. Simple."
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like it didn't even occur to him,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So it's obvious that he hasn't done any level of training towards it.
It
Because
was-
that's
was
a
only his
basic.
Fourth MMA
skill.
fight.
Yeah, like, but like it must have just primarily been training for the kickboxing match with Izzy.
Yeah.
because that's what everyone expected it to be.
Yeah. I expected Izzy to kind of lean on him a little bit more. We've seen that. I think it was the second round.
Yeah, second and third.
He kind of leaned on him a bit, and you could see like it tired Pereira out. Didn't like the whole moving his way to the cage against a power puncher. That seems like a stupid idea. Like against a power puncher with longer reach than you.
It's hard to
That's
say
better.
because Pereira's got that forward pressure, but the thing is, like, yeah, he can have all the forward pressure in the world back against the cage. Move your way out. Don't then
Yeah.
drop your hands and start
Doing
trying
that
to
weird
shift your
shit.
head and stuff like this because, like, yeah, he's got range, but he's also brilliant on the inside, as was evidenced in the fucking fifth round.
Yeah.
I think the only thing was at that point Pereira wasn't throwing combinations. Like
You're
he
right,
was like coming forward, like that left hook was like programmed to like that was what he wanted to land.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't the first 4 rounds or so. I didn't really notice too many like combination punches or like
No.
even when Izzy would throw, like he wasn't trying to get off with Izzy.
Yeah.
Like he was just sort of trying to get out of the way. And then I think after Izzy tagged him at the end of the first back up against the cage,
Yeah.
I think Izzy thought, well, like I can use that as like a distance gauge because as he steps in, I know I can't go back now.
Yeah.
So once he gets to a certain point, I know he's in my range.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
that
think
makes sense.
I think after he tagged him at the end of the first, because he was doing it, but like in the first he was circling, and then
Out
he'd
of
get
it,
back
yeah.
he'd get back to the cage and he'd circle away.
Yeah.
And right at the very end when he tagged him and fucking nearly put Pereira away, I think that's why he kept, because even like my missus said it to me, and I said, I think he's going back because he was only going back far enough so his back foot had hit the cage,
Yeah.
and then he'd like stop, figure it out, but then like he was too slow and like getting like circling away come late in the fight.
Yeah. Well, like that weird thing with his leg obviously didn't help. I'm still really unsure what happened there.
Well, you
Half
have
kicks, he said in the post-fight press conference, he said because it was the right foot,
Yeah.
and every like early in the fight, like he's like switch stance heavy,
Yeah.
and I think he's more comfortable like throwing the high kick with the left.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he like stands on that front foot, and like Pereira wasn't putting sting on him. He wasn't like
No, he threw a couple.
he was just like throwing the calf kick, and Izzy like I don't think wasn't checking him. He was more like holding his leg there and like stiff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of like sort of turning it that little bit to check it.
You
I
probably
think-
saw it more as an opportunity of like, because you made the point of Pereira wasn't throwing combos early on. He was only just throwing one shot, like kicks, punches, like just throwing the jab, throwing straight, throwing a hook, throwing one kick kind of thing.
Yeah.
You probably saw there's an opportunity to sort of hold the point and get that shot in, which he was doing good in those early rounds. He was splitting the guard with the jab, getting in on those 1-2s and stuff like that. So maybe that's why he didn't check any of the kicks, but there wasn't any kick checking going on either fucking side of the fight.
Yeah, no.
Very
And I
minimal,
think
yeah.
at the end of it, like in the last round there, when he checked that kick,
Mm-hmm.
I think that drilled home the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like from Pereira, and then when he went to step back, he like lost that foot, but at the same time like tripped over himself because he didn't have control of that leg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then from there on, he was sort of a bit plodding
Off
and then,
balance.
Yeah. He didn't have like that step.
Yeah,
kind
and
of
like Pereira
there.
knew I can't let off at all in this round. Like I
Yeah.
have to stop him or I lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it was only like 20 seconds in between that and him getting knocked out.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't long after.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. It's super fucking sad to watch. Like to watch him because you're getting into that fifth round. Like fuck, hold it together. And you
Yeah,
fucking
5
give
minutes and
advantage
you
a
win.
loss. You know
That's
what I
it,
mean?
man.
And then
But-
just fuck, man, he got clipped.
Just
Like,
what happens when
good
you
shots.
go in there with somebody who's got that fucking nuclear option like Pereira
Yeah.
does, man. That shovel hook that he throws is just dynamite.
How are they the same height?
I don't
They're
know.
clearly fucking not.
yeah, no, he's tall.
Like it says they're the same height, but then like Pereira's got like a foot on him.
Pereira's taller than him.
Fuck yeah, he is.
2
Pereira's
points
got the height on him.
I wanted to bring up. One that sort of pertains to specifically asking you, and one that pertains to both of you. As I mentioned in the fight companion, and as I just mentioned, he's got fucking dynamite in that left hand. Do you reckon he's actually a southpaw and he fights orthodox because his left is his more powerful hand? He barely throws that cross. It lands. I've never seen him knock anybody out with it. And you watch the way that he knocked him out in that kickboxing fight, right? He throws a 1-2, but when he throws the left, he shifts. He switches stance a little bit. He moves past to the right and throws it short.
I think that's because of his Muay Thai stance.
You think?
Because he's so square on,
Right.
he doesn't have to rotate far to get the power behind that shot.
Okay.
And then if he's already sort of thrown the right, like you'd know yourself, you throw a combo, if you like throw the left, throw the right, and then go to throw the left again, the left's automatically like back and it feels like a good shot.
Yes.
Like, so I think that's what it is. And then because he's like
So, fuck,
Right.
heat this comes throwing today.
215 pounds, I reckon he was when he walked in that cage. Like,
219, I
he's
say.
heavy, bro.
that his coach said that he, like, before the fight, that he would be about 215 when he walked in that cage. So he probably was 219.
That's 30 pounds.
Yeah, so he probably was 219, but like
Yeah.
to be able to walk into that cage at like a heavyweight, pretty much,
Yeah.
and like have someone with Adesanya's build, he's not the biggest middleweight. Like he doesn't carry much muscle. He's pretty,
He's lanky, but he's
Yeah.
not big.
yeah. And then I think like just his like pure size
Mm.
and like only having to keep like to get the punch from, you know, fucking he's only got to move his arm a foot to get to fucking Adesanya's head.
Yeah.
And like you watch it you watch it in slow mo, bro. That arm is tensed as fuck from the moment it leaves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like he's not like just throwing it out for it to hit. Like
He's putting it all in.
yeah,
for it
like
every
he
time,
knew
yeah.
like that was like a half uppercut, half hook that he fucking
Double hook kind of thing.
yeah. It was just like
Yeah.
a boom, like nice and short, and like there's not much distance. Like he doesn't throw his arm out to throw the hook into it. It's just boom, like the whole arm just goes into it. It doesn't even look like he's, I don't know, sort of going to throw the punch properly. He's just stopped and boom, just throws it all straight from the shoulder. He doesn't like whip it out. It's like his arms like just so tight into his body when he throws it. I think Adesanya just can't cope with it, especially like in them gloves too. They fucking they're a cunt to be hit with.
Yeah, it's so
tight.
6 ounces less than what you got knocked out with last time.
Yeah.
On my second point, thing that you guys brought up earlier of styles make fights. Do you reckon Rob Whittaker's a problem for Pereira?
Yeah, massively. Whittaker's got real good wrestling, man. Izzy's got real good wrestling defense, real fucking good wrestling defense, and I feel like that kind of like plays into the whole Whittaker thing. But as like, I know Whittaker's looking at that fight like, oh, easy work.
There was footage of him watching it, and someone's like screaming in the background, like, "Oh, Izzy's out!" And you see Rob just sink into his seat like this, just like it looks like he's depressed, but I reckon he's thinking in his head like, "I can fucking murder this cunt."
Yeah, no, Rob beats Pereira every fucking day.
Yeah.
It's not like a fight where you're going to see Pereira landing crazy fucking scrambles and because you see the Whittaker try get Israel down, fucking can't. But like Israel's also versus Derek Brunson, who's like pretty wrestling heavy. Marvin Vittori, who's like not a bad wrestler either. And like you don't see him on the mat much.
And who did Whittaker just kick the shit out of?
Cannonier.
No. Just recently. Costa,
Vittori.
No, Vittori.
I think Rob's in and out movement
is the problem.
Is the real problem for Pereira because you can't set and come forward against a bloke that's here, there.
And he's like Whittaker's throwing head kicks off angles and like
and
the most
and Pereira's got the power.
And he doesn't stand tall like Izzy. Izzy stands like tall and like
Whittaker's low,
almost with his head and chin sort of up, that, like the fight on the back. Whereas he doesn't really tuck it in. Where Rob, like you've seen in the fight against Izzy, he's more like compact and about staying tight.
Yeah. And I think that Izzy has the timing to catch somebody like Rob. Pereira doesn't. Pereira's got brute power and good precision. He can land his shots, but I don't think he has the best timing, as was evidenced in that fight. He landed that shot, obviously, because Adesanya had like fucked himself with the kick. What is wrong with me today? Kick, check beforehand and like all the previous damage that he'd sustained. So, like, and if you watch the rest of the fight, he was doing that stupid thing where he's leaning out of the way, but Pereira found it so hard to actually land consistent shots.
Yeah.
And for somebody who's got that, like you said, that TikTok movement, like Whittaker does, in and out constantly.
He's always in and out, side to side. Like, he's not, like, Izzy's got good footwork, but like,
he only moves forward and backwards.
But he's always in front of you.
Exactly.
Like he knows when to take that half a step back when you step in and when to just move to the side as you come into him on the cage. Like he knows all that stuff. He's so just aware of where he is in that cage at like all times.
Yeah. Whittaker's a massive problem for Pereira. Especially because I feel like he knows like, oh, this motherfucker would just sleep me if I try getting a fucking fight with him. So I'm just going to take him down.
Yeah.
Wear him out, then fight him.
Yeah.
Like, Whittaker's got the tools to get his belt back.
And the smarts,
I
definitely.
think Whittaker's, like, he's also got the power to stop Pereira, as we've seen.
Yeah.
Well,
you're seeing,
Whittaker's
like,
fucking...
Izzy had him doing the fucking stanky leg at the end of that fucking
and
first round.
I'd say
Right?
Whittaker probably throws, like, a harder one shot
Than Izzy?
than Izzy,
Yeah,
like,
Izzy's
like,
an accumulation.
Yeah, and just precision. Like, he's fucking lands his shots, like, perfectly, whereas, like, Whittaker's going to be throwing, like, 4-punch combo with a head kick at the end of it, and the head kick's going to have all the power in it.
Yeah.
And
Fuck, that combo that he throws, that weird fucking like
brutal
backhand to a fucking front kick is just crazy.
Yeah.
He goes like jab, backhand, front kick straight behind it.
Yeah, beautiful. But that's a fucking fun fight. But like, I reckon the rematch will get made.
But
if Pereira wins the rematch, look out for Whittaker to probably win the belts back.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see.
I think Rob can catch him as well, like in close.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just like I suppose how Pereira beat Izzy the first time is where I can see Rob beating
Pereira.
Like if he gets in close and like Pereira lets his hands go and Rob can punch in, like time it and sort of punch with him
Yeah.
and land, Rob could knock him out.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be when Adesanya got him yesterday at the end of the first. They were like throwing together
Yep.
and Izzy got him like, I think it was like just here behind the ear.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that just fucking like his equilibrium went off and then he smashed him with that left.
Caught him in the chin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like the hooter went. I think like if Rob can catch him, he can spark him, but it's
That's
a
the thing.
dangerous game to
Dangerous.
play.
Yeah.
If that happened
it's dangerous.
fucking at 20 seconds rather than 10 seconds, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, no, probably.
We'd be having a real boring conversation of, oh, is Whitaker going to fight Adesanya again and probably
Yeah.
lose?
Yeah,
But like, it's probably one of the best things that happened for that division.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the vision's been on hold for a while now.
And at the end of the day, Izzy doesn't seem too cut up about it. So
no, he had a post out on Instagram, I think it was earlier, and it was like a thing
Attack
of
on Titan post. I did see that. That was gangster. Fuck yeah, the enemy.
Pereira with his belt or like with the belt or whatever, and it was like, oh, you might have won this round again or something, but
the war continues.
Yeah, the war like continues. So,
Yeah.
and I think Izzy can beat him. It's just
it's been
Yeah.
evidence. He was winning
All
4.5
about-
rounds of that fight.
it's just all about fucking just keeping his distance and actually checking a kick.
It's just it,
Yeah.
man. It's the Wilder complex. Doesn't win 90% of the rounds that he's in, but he fucking sparks people out. And at the end of the day, if you're fucking face down on the canvas, he gets to keep his belt.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
Watching it live, I thought the stoppage was a bit early.
It's a bit iffy.
Only because, and then when I watched it in the slow mo, like he tags him with the right twice, I think, and then whacks him with that left hook,
Yeah.
and then Izzy starts like stumbling to the side. Pereira throws like 2 or 3 shots that don't connect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then Izzy stops stationary against the cage and like sways one way, Pereira misses, sways back the other way, Pereira catches him, and then the ref jumped in and stopped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But it was one of those-
could have been a bit longer.
It could have been, but the only thing that like gives validity to it for me is the fact that he wasn't throwing during that exchange. Like once he copped that fucking left hook, he was just covered up, just head down against the cage. Kind of, like you said, yeah, not all of the shots connected, but he sort of even alluded himself, like I wasn't gonna fucking start throwing back. It's probably good that the ref stopped that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like easy enough to be like, hey, it was an early stoppage, but like, yeah, it was like weird to watch live because you kind of see Izzy look out on his feet, but then like, yeah, you watch it back when it's a bit slowed down and he's kind of moving with shots still. And
It's like it's weird. Like you've got like Izzy gets stopped like that on the feet, and you see a cunt get like hit and like stumble and practically out on the ground cold,
yeah,
just about, and the
still
ref
takes
just,
damage.
and the ref just looks at the cunt that's bashing him. It's like fucking him again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like we'll give him one more, make sure he's asleep. Or
Yeah.
But you look at Sean O'Malley
Which is-
versus fuck, who's that dude that he fought before?
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
Like, and yeah, he fucked him up in the first round. Didn't do follow up strikes. The fight went on, and then done that fucking brutal strike at the end, which was just so unneeded. Like the dude was fucked.
But I think it was like, it was one of those things. It was like unneeded, but he was making the point of like, you should have stopped this a fucking round ago.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, he even sort of
Mm.
looks at the ref because he kicks him in the head or something, doesn't he? And old mate falls down like straight on his back, and he looks at the ref, starts slowly walking over, and then looks back at him and just falls on
Yeah.
him with that shot.
Brutal. But yeah, it's weird to like, yeah, for a ref to stop, especially in a championship fight. I reckon you should let the champion kind of go out on the sword.
Yeah,
Like-
I feel like with the lead Izzy had in that fight, like give him 30 more seconds, give him 20 more seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what happens. Like, can he get away from that?
Can he get away from the fence and try get his fucking head back
Yeah,
with
'cause
him
I
and
feel
just
like-
defend for fucking a minute?
Yeah, I feel like if Pereira doesn't land that left hook again, he lands the right, he's just gonna sort of like stun Izzy more, and then it's like, all right, yeah, fucking wave it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whereas if he tags him with the left again, he would have put Izzy out cold.
Oh yeah.
If he had landed
Yeah.
that fucking same hook again,
Yeah.
it's hard to call.
It is. Speaking of premature stoppages, Spark vs. Love, Nettie.
Fucking,
What the fuck?
what even happened there?
The Royal Rumble happened there,
Man,
boys.
I'm gonna let you guys talk about that for 2 minutes because I'm absolutely busting to go to the bathroom. But fucking continue on.
I
I
feel
the
like
top rope,
Yeah.
both feet must touch the floor.
he got the wrong memo. Like he got the memo for the wrestling. That's next weekend.
Yeah, like
He was like, oh, well, fuck it. Just got to get fucking Stevie Spark over the top rope and I win my belt.
been feeling inspired by fucking Jake and Logan.
Yeah.
Just fucking, yeah, we'll go WWE now.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what happened there. It was weird.
Well,
Like, you're not allowed to do that.
I agree with the ref's decision to make it a DQ, just purely for the fact of like you see him, like when you got boxing gloves on, you got that little section where your hand, you see him grab the rope, and then like leverage the bottom half of Spark's body over. So I was like, oh no,
yeah.
you've gone out of your way to get him over. It's not like you've just pushed and he's fallen over.
Yeah, he did push him. It was like discretion at the same time. Like,
I seen a post today that said we're all looking at it because Stevie Spark landed well, walked back in the ring. Like, imagine if he didn't land well, he landed on his like back awkwardly and got stretched it out.
yeah,
Like, we'd all be like, yeah, 100% DQ that cunt. Like,
yeah.
that's weird though, because I would have liked to see that fight go longer.
Yeah,
It was
well,
interesting.
it will get made again.
Yeah,
But like, it's just, I don't know. They could have let it go on because there was no like real injury. Like, and it was a competitive fight.
I reckon.
Like, I mean, I think Love would have won,
Yeah,
but like, Stevie put in a good effort. Like,
yeah, it was
to
fun.
start the fight. The first round was a bit feely,
Yeah.
and then the second round, I'm pretty sure he dropped him. Like, he dropped
Yeah.
Montana
Yeah,
and like put him down. So I think Montana would have won going on late.
well, he got
Probably
the
would have won on points.
he got the cut right before that whole thing happened, and then the doctor was like asking him, "Can you see? Can you see?" And he was like, apparently he said no. Like, no, I can't really see properly. And then
Yeah, I did
he was
see
like, "Oh,
that.
I'm going to stop the fight." And he's like, "No, I can see, I can scrap. It's good, it's good." And then yeah, the doctor was like, "I'm going to give him 20 more seconds and see what happens from there." So I think they both kind of went into that situation like, "Fuck, I got to like finish it."
Yeah,
'Cause it was like pretty close up until that point. Then yeah, old mate just went for the fucking tackle over the top rope and got himself
Forgot where he
DQ'd.
was.
That wa-
Thought they
that
were the
was-
last two members of the Royal Rumble.
It was weird. He's like, "Oh, I didn't push him," but then like you watch the slow mo and you like see the ref like grab him,
Yeah,
and he like still pushes him over the top rope.
What the
yeah.
fuck?
Well, you
I
see his,
didn't
like,
push him.
hand on
You
the rope.
literally like put your arm on his chest and leant over the fucking
Yeah.
rope.
Yeah, well, he had his one hand wrapped around the rope and his other hand pushing the guy over the top rope.
Yeah.
While the ref's trying to pull him off. It's like, no, you're in the wrong. I brought up the point that I seen a comment this morning, and it's like people are upset about the DQ happening, but it's like no one's looking at it in the perspective of like it's only because Stevie Spark landed on his feet and walked back in. Imagine
Yeah.
if he just landed on his back and like was paralyzed.
Yeah, 100%, man. Imagine if he fucking like completely missed that part and went fucking like straight into his head.
Yeah.
And we were saying rip Stevie Spark right now.
And Bernie Sanders, yeah, it'd be fucked up. But like, I don't know. It would have been fun to see that fight go on. Although I don't think it would have went on for long because Love was already like, "Oh, I can't see." Like, you don't even have blood in your eye. You're talking shit. You can't.
Yeah,
see.
that's it. Yeah, for him to like, I did see that clip. For him to like, because he says to the doctor, like, "No, I can't see," and the doctor's like, "You can't see. Well, we got to stop the fight then." And he
Yeah.
goes, "No, I can see. It's all right." So like, he's blatantly lying.
Yeah. But then yeah, you could tell like it was just weird from that point onwards, and then like the whole throwing him over the top rope. I thought I was watching wrestling for a bit.
Because if it had have got stopped by the cut, it would have went to count back on the scorecard.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which would have I seen like a thing in the scorecards this morning. 2 of them had a draw, and 1 had it for Love.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know how that works. If that just majority draw, like
yeah, it would have
2
been
of them-
majority draw and
Yeah.
kept his belt.
Yeah, so I mean, at least this way you get to see this fight again. I guess.
Yeah.
No one got hurt
Be interesting to see where they put it.
Yeah, it might be over here. That'd be
in
good.
a steel cage. I reckon. Motherfuckers, not throwing shit over this bitch.
Because
Hell in the
Fuck out of
cell.
here.
Stevie Spark signed to Matchroom.
He is
Ah,
too.
true.
He got that contract after
Well, speaking of,
the Zoo fight, I think it was.
yeah, that sounds right.
Which zoo did he fight?
Taronga.
Yeah, it's not one you want to come up against.
Dubbo, something like that.
You fight Tim? He'd be Tim, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he went up 2 weight divisions to fight him.
Tim Spark.
Oh.
Fuck out.
After Zarafa pulled out, he fucking
That's right. That's what
He
happened.
jumped in on 10 days' notice to fight Zoo up 2 weight.
And just
class.
got fucked.
They got fucking smashed in like 4 rounds, bro. But
Yeah,
fucking
whatever.
good on him.
I think it was even less
Yeah.
than
He
that.
kept the fucking boxing world in Australia ticking over anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very true. That's
Some
very
people
true.
have got to fucking do it. But speaking of Matchroom,
Speaking of Australian boxing, fuck you, Cam versus. You fuck.
well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We got somebody else to talk shit on first. The biggest proprietor of the fact that it should have been a disqualification was our good friend Eddie fucking Hearn.
I don't know, but Eddie was like being a bit two-faced in the ring there because he was over talking to Love, being like, "That's a bullshit decision, bullshit." And then he goes over to Spark and he's like, "Yeah, riding his dick." Like, calm the fuck down for one, Eddie.
Yeah, it's a real like.
Probably don't be a two-faced fucking.
I think he went over to Love because Love was carrying on.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it's a bullshit decision. Like, don't worry, we'll get like,
We'll get it going.
We'll get like a fucking investigation happening into it tomorrow. We'll hit up like the board or whatever. So I think like he was trying to like say to him, yeah, it's fucked, but we're gonna try and fucking sort it out to get you another fight with the cunt or try and figure everything out for you. And then Stevie's like, yeah, I'm champion. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah, yeah, man, you won.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's like I'm pretty sure both of those are his fighters, so it's kind of hard for him. He can't just go over to one of them and be like, "You're a fuckwit. What are you doing? Like, you're a piece of shit. Don't throw him over the rope. You think this is fucking WWE? But I got a ponytail, my fucking Triple H motherfucker. What do you think this is?"
I'm just going on Jeff Horn's Instagram here just to see what he put out for his boy. Surprisingly, nothing.
No, he's just making shitty jokes about loving nuts instead.
Yeah, well,
I bet you love nuts, Jeff.
I don't get what that is, but happy Friday. Have a great one. Yeah, I didn't really like that whole fucking situation in the ring yesterday.
That's absolute debacle.
Speaking of debacles,
Speaking of debacles, what are we rolling into?
I think we're gonna roll into everybody's favorite segment here.
We are. We're gonna roll into everybody's favorite segment,
which is the shit show that is Deji versus what's his name?
Floyd Mayweather.
That's him.
So let's start off from like let's start off from the fact that like Tommy Fury was supposed to be the co-main on this card. He came in 6 pounds, 7 pounds overweight.
Do you reckon that was all semen that he drank the night before?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I reckon
stuff from G was in your stomach.
Nettie's nose.
I read. I made the clown help me. You know that invisible clown. Oh, fuck me. Anyway, so he reckons he got a different contract. Because that happens. Yeah, everyone sends out different contracts for fights. You get one for a light heavyweight and you get one for a fucking cruiserweight fight. That's how that works.
That makes no sense. But
it literally makes no fucking sense. That's not how paperwork works. That's not how promotions work. That's not how anything fucking works within the fight game. You don't get a contract that says, oh, you can come in at this. He got to fight you at this. That's not how it fucking works.
Jeff Horn gone from commentary to fucking making the contracts for
seems like he's
now?
Fucking everywhere, man.
He has to be, because that seems like a Jeff thing to do.
The Furies just have fucking cocaine for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, don't they? Everything that comes out of their mouth is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I reckon they've got it for sure.
So, in the whole turn of events of him potentially fighting somebody called Paul Bumber or some shit like that, and he's having a fucking cry or whatever. Who cares? You're a white cunt with dreadlocks. Nobody gives a shit.
Yes, I can.
In the whole turn of events, Tommy Fury ended up having to fight a 15-1 WBC Asian Continental title belt holder, which he still supposedly won, even though it was an exhibition. But he then turns around after the fight and yells at Jake Paul, who was part of the commentary team at ringside. And then they just have a whose dick is bigger competition of, you come in here and fight me. And then Jake's standing outside the ring going, no, you come down here and fight me. And it's like, use a 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
Just act like men at a fucking boxing event instead of, the social media wankers that you are.
I mean, what's it, John Fury?
Oh, like
I'll jiggling John.
Jiggly John Fury.
Tits McGee Fury.
He should have just picked up fucking Jake, carried him in the ring.
Jesus Christ, it just reminds me of that.
He was going to throw someone over the top rope for a minute.
You remember that episode from The Simpsons where Marge is talking about how Bart's going to fail at life and he has that vision of himself becoming a stripper? Walking out the fucking... You're fat. Just more of me to love, honey.
I have said that.
But yeah, so after Tommy has his little fucking tirade in the microphone, John decides to whip his fucking shirt off and reveal his fucking oval frame to the world. And fucking wobble his way on over to the fucking side of the ropes and tell Jake Paul that I'm the best bare knuckle boxer on this fucking planet and get in here and fight me and just please stop before you have a heart attack, John.
Yeah, he was struggling.
It's fucking rough.
Fucking Just throw it out there anyway. John, hit me up. Me and you on the undercard of
Hey.
Tommy and Jake.
Oh, yeah, I'll fucking watch that. I'll watch a fucking murder happen live. That'd be dope.
Come on, mate, you've got to be 130.
Yeah.
I'm about 70.
Yeah.
Fucking, we can make this work.
We'd get it done.
That's
Like,
fair.
I reckon we just fight the whole fucking family. I'll fucking step up.
I wish
heavyweight.
there was more of them that were a little bit smaller, hey, so I could legitimately work my way to just punching the fuck out of one of them.
I mean, you can fight. You can fight.
It's not televised. It's just not satisfying.
That's true.
You can beat somebody in the street with a pipe all you want, but it's like, does his family have to see it every time they sign on to YouTube? No. So it's just like there's a part of my soul that doesn't quite like get the kick from it.
Why is Tommy Fury a professional boxer fighting
I don't fucking
exhibition
know, man.
fights?
It should just be a fucking Love Island style.
So, what apparently happened with that contract that you were talking about?
Who fucking knows?
Jeff
Like,
Horn.
He reckons he got a different one that says, "Oh, you're allowed to come in at like 180 something,"
No,
or he got a
which doesn't
cruiserweight
happen.
contract.
Yeah, I read apparently the contract he had read that he could weigh, I know, like it was like 178 or something. But he's still coming in at 181 point something, so he still would have been over that weight.
Even
limit
that makes no
anyway.
sense. He's
Like-
still 3 pounds overweight,
Yeah,
which is
still-
extremely unprofessional.
It's still backwards. I
How the
mean,
fuck
yeah.
do you work that one out?
that's what I was reading. Like, oh, he's 7 pounds over, and then I see the thing like, no, he got a contract for 178, and he made him like, so he was still like 3 pounds over.
Yeah, he was still over. Like,
What the fuck?
that's super weird. But probably don't be like fighting exhibition fights on fucking Floyd Mayweather shit if you're a professional boxer, Tommy boy.
Well, you know,
fucking piece of shit.
I honestly don't even think that's, probably not even the worst thing that happened on the night.
No,
So
no.
apparently,
Wouldn't be.
this fucking bitch Floyd Mayweather wouldn't fight in front of Jake Paul. He refused to come out until Jake Paul left the building.
Because they're trying to promote a fight.
Who cares?
That's what it is. They're
Yeah.
going to try and build up a fight between Floyd Mayweather and Jake Paul over the whole fucking I stole your hat.
Ugh. Why?
Like, watch. I guarantee it. That'll be like an exhibition fight soon. Like, maybe not like right now, but like I can give it 12 months or so, bro, and we'll be sitting down talking about
That shit show.
Jake Paul and fucking Mayweather having an exhibition.
Well, because that's the other thing too. What did Floyd come in at? He was like 158, 159 pounds. He's sitting around the middleweight limit now. He's a little bit bigger.
Oh, right, yeah.
Paul has been cutting to like, what did he cut to for the silver fight? Nearly 180, 175. There's not that much of a weight discrepancy between them anymore. There's less of a weight discrepancy between them than there was between Floyd and Logan.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say there's like, yeah, Jake's a bit smaller, but Jake's the better boxer for sure. I
It's
feel
not going
like,
to make a difference against Floyd Mayweather, unfortunately.
I reckon
Paul could tag him because he
Floyd,
did.
yeah, Floyd's going to get hit.
Did Floyd at the end of that fight today?
Yeah, he had a mark.
Little red mark under his eye.
He got-
But how easy was he taking it? I don't know.
He got hit by Logan, and Logan was punching like I would have punched my brother when I was 3.
Yeah.
Like just throwing like anything you fucking can see, man. Just throwing whatever you could. And that's what Logan was doing, and he's still having to land shots.
And
I
then-
reckon Jake's like, he's not a bad boxer. He just like, he's making himself look like a shit boxer by not fighting boxers.
I think that's very subjective. I think you're saying that because he hasn't been in with, like, put Jake Paul in there with Canelo. He's a bad boxer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he's
that's
decent.
the
Very,
greatest.
very subjective at this point in time.
Yeah, but Canelo's been boxing for 15, 20, 30 years.
But that's exactly
Yeah.
that's
Like,
exactly my
like,
point.
That's the thing. Like, he's not bad for where he's at,
Yeah.
but like, start fighting people who box.
Yeah,
Yeah, and get your career going, fight box, not people that like don't have boxing habits and shit.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like he's not fucking terrible anymore. Like he was.
No,
Yeah.
he's,
Like
he's not
you
bad.
You can see him getting better.
Yeah.
But like now, I feel is the time to just start moving towards. I don't give a fuck if it's a gatekeeper, if it's
Yeah, fuck,
like
just a
just
boxer.
start fighting people who box.
Yeah,
bro.
Tommy
start
Fury.
working your way.
Fucking fight Tommy fucking Fury. He's a fucking pro boxer with 5 pro fights or whatever.
Yeah.
Love Island fucking homo that fucking comes in overweight to exhibition fights. Why is he fighting exhibition fights? Fuck Tommy Fury. I hope
don't
Jake
reckon-
Paul kicks the shit out of Tommy Fury and he has to change his last name.
And
I
then
don't
he kills
reckon Tommy
himself.
Fury wants to be a boxer.
I don't like the sound of this sentence, but like you're Jake Paul. You are going to pull some pay-per-view numbers, whether you fight fucking Anderson Silva
Apparently
or
not.
the fucking gatekeeper up the road.
Yeah, that's
Apparently
true.
Like,
not.
you know, like there's gonna be fucking a lot of 12-year-olds that will want to watch that fight.
Apparently that's why he's pulled out of some cards because his numbers flop. And
Wow.
then I seen numbers for the Anderson Silva fight, which should have been huge.
Yes,
Flopped pretty hard.
because no one like us is going to watch it. The second he's in there with somebody who's actually ranked,
box,
who's
yeah.
got some prospect
it, yeah.
behind them, we're all going to tune in because there's
Yeah.
the actual chance that it might go wrong for him.
But if he had a
Yeah.
pay-per-view against a gatekeeper, I would still pay the $50 for that
Yeah.
to watch it because he's fighting a boxer rather
Yeah.
than like, all right, you're going to go in with, you know, Anderson Silva, who's 45 and
Yeah.
kicked box for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then thrown in some grappling.
Yeah, it's a different animal for sure.
Like the Rahman fight would have done numbers. It's the son of a heavyweight legend, an
I think-
actual like active pro boxer who's got a winning record.
I think that
He's
fell
bigger than you.
apart due to it not making numbers.
You reckon?
Yeah, there's heaps of weird shit behind
They
that whole
claimed the
thing.
weight, but no one calls the fucking
Like,
fight off
10
10
10
days,
days
before
early
the
due to
weight.
weight. No.
But that's the thing. Nobody like who pre-buys shit like that.
Tickets and whatnot.
Not
They go off-
tickets,
but they-
like pay-per-view buys.
But that's what they go off of. Like and because like you're so because they're
Yeah, it
so
goes
like
gate.
because they're so social media based.
yeah.
Like now, like they go on and pretty much check like you know the YouTube Studio app and all that sort of shit and
Yeah.
see how it's tracking.
Mm.
And if it's not picking up numbers like they think it should, then like oh fuck, this ain't gonna do any.
Yeah, that's true.
And the
It's
same
like-
as like their gate numbers. They can get like a rough understanding of like how many tickets will sell at the gate. So yeah, I reckon even like Rogan's spoken about it. He's like, oh, I've heard from people behind the scenes that like, you know, it just was no good type thing. And he
Yeah.
lost money on the Anderson fight.
Yeah.
I was gonna say any fights for Showtime which don't like to offer you a guarantee.
Yeah.
No.
Like they're PBC, they don't want to offer you no guarantee, bro. You're getting paid off the fucking back end from the pay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like pretty much. And then what they apparently for Silver, they said they were paying Paul like $40-50 million or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous.
Like fuck me, put him in with someone who's actually like a boxer, and you will find like more boxing people will watch him, and he'll
Yeah.
start to get like the respect of everybody.
That's
Even if
it.
It's just
Like
a
that-
Fury fight, man. Fuck it. At least it's someone that's just trained boxing.
Yeah, exactly. But like even like for you, like you're an MMA guy, you couldn't really like you like boxing, but like
Yeah.
what goes on in it, like you couldn't really like give a fuck. Just give me good fights.
Yeah.
Like and
Yeah.
you're sitting there saying like you want to see him fight somebody.
Yeah.
Like who's a boxer. You're sick of seeing him fight MMA fighters. So like it's not just us boxing people that want to see it. You MMA fucking like, diehards want to see it too.
Yeah. Well, it's like coming from like, being like turning into more of a boxing fan and like realizing there's like such a different level to like even MMA boxing. If he fights Nate Diaz, who's a good MMA boxer, he's not a good boxer.
Yeah, like that's a competitive fight. I feel like
Yeah.
Paul and Nate
It
Diaz.
is.
Like Paul's like doing the boxing, but Diaz has got the experience. Like
Yeah.
in fighting.
but it's still not a boxing match. Like MMA boxing is like so different. Like there's no MMA boxing. You're not gonna like be doing like inside fighting and like glove fighting, trying to fucking
Yeah.
have the right shots. Like you're gonna fucking be worrying about knees, takedowns, elbows.
Yeah, getting grabbed and all that sort of shit.
That's a
at
whole
the same
different
time.
thing. Like Nate, if Nate comes into that fight, people are gonna say the same shit. Oh, well, Nate's like boxing heavy. He's not. He's MMA boxing heavy. He spars boxers. But it's like you watch him fight. He's not a boxer.
Yeah, no.
Like by any means, he's got like a long stance. Like
Mm.
all the shit I'm trying to break, Nate does.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's not going to go well against someone who's just training nothing but boxing. So I don't know. I feel that's probably the fight we're going to see next. Jake Paul, Nate Diaz.
Yeah, probably.
And
Especially
I,
after the altercation backstage.
yeah, I'd like to.
Last event.
I'd like to see him fight Nate. I don't want to see it, but it's going to happen. Get that out of the fucking way. Then fight fucking Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
Let Tommy fucking figure out his weight issues. Have a fight.
Yeah, he's definitely going to figure that shit out.
Yeah,
And he's
feel-
got to probably stop his fucking family from like railing a fucking gram of cocaine and taking the shirt off in the middle of the ring.
Tommy, have a few lines before you fight, mate. Like, nah, they can drug test me. Come on.
Probably not that. I'll probably just I'll just not do that. Hey,
Nah, come on. Maybe a bit.
considering I've already like missed weight on a contract and now have to fight somebody different.
Yeah.
just a little fucking bump, son.
No, it's all right. It's all right, Dad. We'll get back on it on Monday. Monday.
You go to that microwave and you get that fucking plate.
Pretty spot on. I reckon that's what's happening in the
Oh my
Fury
God.
household.
There's no more of those belts in the fucking thing. All the faceplates have been taken off,
Yeah.
flattened out into fucking the most glamorous Coke dishes you've ever seen in your goddamn life.
It's the
Just
sickest.
picture John going, Tyson's railed us all up.
Oh, that's good.
Get out there now, Tommy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the Fury family. I mean, they gotta fucking figure their shit out. That's for damn sure. Like you could half think like Tommy seems like the one that's maybe got it like somewhat together out of a lot of them.
Not even then.
But
He's
then you look at it now, and you're like,
fucking Fury at the end of the day.
Like, surely there comes a time in your life where you go, I'm getting a bit old to be punching on with these young cunts, eh?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, better fucking calm down a bit, eh?
but
Why,
just
like-
calling out everybody.
Yeah.
Put your shirt back on, you fucking mess. Like you're on fucking live TV. Does he have a wife and kids and shit? Like,
No.
obviously he's got kids. But what happened to his wife?
Oh, who
What
fucking
happened to Mrs.
knows?
Fury?
I guarantee she would have left years ago.
Well, fucking, they all seem to leave him. Tyson and Tommy, you got different mums, so
Mhm.
they're just fucking,
Yeah, right. That makes
they
sense.
can't handle him. He's probably going, oh, you get out of here, I'll fight you too, you bitch.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got
Best bare knuckle boxer
Don,
in all of
Don,
England.
we can't fight in front of the children anymore. I'm the best bare knuckle boxer this side of Manchester.
Come here, kids, I'll teach you how to fight.
It's like, probably don't do that. Hey,
Yeah.
take it down a notch there.
oh, what a fucking mess.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. I thought,
Oh, fucking hell,
I
man.
thought it was funny. Jake Paul's like, oh, fucking John's got his titties out in the
What
ring.
did he call him? He called him a fat, miserable old man. Which is like, yeah, I don't really like Jake Paul, but fuck yeah, that is so accurate. You are
Yeah.
a fucking fat, miserable old man with your
Yeah.
shirt off on a live broadcast.
Because your titties out.
Like in the middle of the ring, like it was like watching WWE again. I
Yeah.
think he's like felt inspired by fucking Logan,
Yeah.
old John, because he's like in the ring, like leaning over, like you, I'll fight you. Then all them other people in there are like the refs that have come running out from backstage, like holding him back.
All the other boxers and shit, like how they get out there, yeah.
The best part was like even Tommy knew nothing was gonna happen. Like John's there like yelling over the rope and that,
Yeah.
like Tommy's just like walking around the ring, like Dad, fucking stop.
He's legit just
Yeah.
walking around and you're like, oh my god, why did I bring him?
Yeah.
I
I'm
wish I
surprised-
didn't tell him I was fighting this weekend.
I'm surprised Big Tyson wasn't in there as well.
Yeah.
Probably
that
trying
would
to
have been
figure
a
out what
whole other
fucking,
fucking thing.
what day it fucking was.
Didn't actually bring him up this week, which is fucking rare.
Well, you hadn't done
Tyson,
much.
tomorrow's Monday. Monday?
Monday?
Already?
He
Yeah,
was
he's
at
probably
home
trying to
preparing
figure out
the
what day it
fucking.
was.
He was at home preparing fucking like jewel lines on the stair banisters.
Yeah.
Fucking Tommy and John to have
That's
when
it.
they get back.
Run up the stairs. Right? Each other, you take that side, you take this side.
The main fight though, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
Yeah,
versus
before.
Deji.
Like, I don't think we brought that up yet at all.
I didn't even want to bring it up. I was going to fucking end the show. I didn't give a fuck.
We'll just leave it as
He
that.
knocked
though.
him out in the 6th round. Who cares? Floyd, stop doing your bullshit. Look at me right now. Stop doing your bullshit.
Hold up. Look at him.
Floyd, right here.
In the eyes, Floyd. One,
Bullshit.
two. Them eyes.
No more.
Floyd. Look at him.
No more bullshit, Floyd. We've had enough.
Floyd. How can you say no to that face?
Come on, Floyd.
What?
Oh
Come on,
shit.
Floyd. Please. Floyd, stop ruining my sport.
Fucking
I'm
hell.
ready to horn it.
Oh fucking god damn it.
Oh god, what an episode.
But yeah,
In this
yeah.
fucking sweatbox.
Floyd did fight. That's the thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat someone that doesn't fight.
Who was it? KSI's brother or something?
Yeah,
KSI's younger
Who's-
or older brother. I don't
He's
know.
lost 3 against YouTubers.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 against Jake Paul, then 2 against YouTubers, and then beat some Fauzi dude who it looks like a bitch anyway. So fucking no real accomplishment there. And then just got raw dogged by Floyd, apparently. I mean,
that's why that cunt said he got the cheat code and just skipped straight to the boss level.
yeah.
I mean, he got his paydays. That's all that really fucking matters.
Payday.
Hey, Floyd, I want payday.
Floyd needs them all.
He does. Shout out to the fella in Glenfield that got punched in the face on the weekend.
I totally forgot we had to bring that up.
Coming at you live out of Gardeners Us Studios is the busways champ.
Undisputed.
Undefeated. I mean, one fight, one TKO.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that. One blown out shoe.
The driver called it.
Driver fucking stopped it real quick. Didn't take long. You know, we cleared out the ring pretty quick and just got moving. Got on the way home. I think I've really touched on you. What happened?
No, not really.
I went in the city on the weekend to watch Jamie fight, and there's like all buses instead of trains and shit.
Oh yeah,
that was just a hassle as is.
Just shit.
I left the venue at like 10:50. It was already pretty late. It's like 2 hours to get home.
Yeah.
If shit goes right. I get on the train that does run from where I'm going to fucking Glenfield. Then you get off at Glenfield and get on a bus. We all get on the bus and we're like ready to go. Shit's looking smooth. It's like, okay, I might get home at a decent fucking time. This drunk motherfucker had different ideas. Got on the bus and told the driver, was just like, no. You're going to drive me to where I'm going and drop me off and then go back to doing what you're doing. Driver was like, no, we can't do that. And then, someone on the bus was like, get off the bus. And he like got pretty aggressive about it.
Yeah.
So I was like, time to step up. So I went and got in this dude's face, literally like looked him in the eyes and was like, I'm giving you a real short period of time to get off the bus, eh? And yeah, he like kind of took it as like me talking or fucking what. So yeah, I like started kind of like move his shit off the bus because he had like a bag with him.
Oh,
I started just like moving his shit with my foot off the bus, and he like kind of like put his arm against me like pretty hard. I just like clipped him with the right, and then I put him down, and then dragged him off the bus.
Blew his shoe out in the process.
Well, I didn't know that at first, but I proceeded to throw his bag at him, so he was off the bus. And then his bag was on there. I like threw his bus and looked down, and it was just like a shoe. Like, kicked his shoe off as well.
Blew him out of his footwear.
But yeah, I got to where the bus was going. I switched to the next bus and like I apologized. Well, like at first was like, I'm so sorry, and got a bit of a clap. So I was like feeling good.
Fuck yeah, busways champ.
Yeah. Just wrapping it. But like, yeah, we got to the like where we were stopping. I said to the driver, I was like, look, I'm real sorry about that, but like I wasn't gonna not get home because of that motherfucker. And he's just like, oh, he was alright, kind of thing. I'm like,
oh, he fucking ain't now.
He was alright.
Probably not. Probably fucking not.
Like, driver literally didn't have a problem with him. Was just gonna say like, no, just fuck off. And Chris like,
Well, like,
I get off this bus now, cunt. I'm not having a 10-minute argument.
Well, I was like getting frustrated, which is never a good thing. But then like the other people on the bus were like getting equally frustrated. So I was like, okay, so it's not just me. Like,
you're feeding off their frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't me being irrational.
I was like, yeah, this is an issue. And then like, I made sure I wasn't like, didn't touch him first and shit. Like, I'm fucking smart. Yeah, I think he asked me what I was going to do after I like told him like, I'm giving you a short period of time to get the fuck off the bus. He's like, what? Oh, motherfucker. Like, all right, well, I'm just going to move your shit and you're going to go with it or we're going to fucking have an issue. Yeah, I blew him out of his fucking shoe.
Just the one.
I only seen one shoe, so I'm guessing so.
Oh, fuck me, man.
Just walking off up the road with one shoe.
My favourite part is the fact...
shoes were on there, you just kicked one off.
My favourite part is the fact that, like, yeah, he would have had so many questions to answer when he got up. Like, how did I get here on the fucking ground? Why am I not on the bus?
Yeah.
Why is one of my shoes missing? How far away am I from home?
Well, like,
what have I done with my life up until this point?
I tried to give him fair warning. I honestly tried to do my best, but like,
fair warning is one sentence. You have a short period of time to move, or what? Or that?
Well, like, no. I started trying to like.
No, but fuck him.
I literally started moving his shit from the bus. Like, he was like, "Oh, what?" I was like, "I'm just gonna move your shit off the bus, and you're gonna go with it." And then, like, yeah, he like nudged against me to stop touching his shit. It was just not nice.
99 times out of 100, those people that don't get checked will fucking go on and deal with the wrong person. He's lucky that he ran into you and you just punched him, and he's lucky that he didn't spout shit to a group of people in the city and they didn't stab him in an alley.
That is very true. You got to get checked on your shit.
You do.
And yeah, you could tell like just the way he was like looking around at the other people on the bus when they were like, "Please get off." It's just like disgust. Like, fuck you. But then yeah, busways champ. Undisputed, undefeated.
Belt in the mail.
Yeah, they should have it to me pretty soon, they reckon.
They could have put your face on it.
just a plaque, just a fucking, you know, the little blue light thing that's like in the middle of the bus, bro. It's just that on a belt, bro.
Comes in one of them silver briefcases
Yeah.
like you see backstage when they've got all their belts.
They're gonna send it in.
Oh, fucking hell.
Um,
Some cunt turns up and like gets it out from under the fucking undercarriage, like on the bus.
yeah,
Personal delivery.
fucking comes wraps it around me and shit. You got Michael Buffett just fucking announcing it.
Gets a call to go down to the busways depot and
Yeah.
get like a photo with the boss and
Yeah.
shit. Put it on the wall.
The champ. I mean, you know, you did well when like there was like an elderly person who was just like, "Thank you," kind of thing. I'm like, that's all right. So, you know, not only doing myself a service, doing the world a service, please.
Sounds like you were doing Simple Plans work there.
Mate, I was
Putting stuff in order around the retired people.
I was doing my best. I was doing my absolute best.
I mean, what else do we do here on this podcast? If I can provide
I mean,
services for the
We're
people.
like the law. We protect and serve.
someone's got to. Someone's got to.
Eggplant private security.
If you need to hire us, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and anything that you do listen to your podcast on.
Search Eggplant Tornado podcast, you'll find us.
Yeah. If you need security done, hit us up. It'd be dope. We'll come roll some security. It'd be fun as fuck. You got a party? You need the boys to just, you know, run the gate. Make sure there's nothing crazy happening. We're there. We're there. Tradies and gentlemen, please like, subscribe. Yeah. Comment on shit. It'd be dope. Remember, don't get your dick in a twist. Peace.
El Gabriel, Studios.